I may hate drama in my life, but I love talking about the drama in yours.
I may watch too much reality TV, but you're listening to me talk about it. Hey everybody.
Hello.
This is Fumi.
It's B.
And you have tuned into a new episode of RealiTEA-V.
We're back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's been a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a headache that's been on and off all day. Right now it's like there, but it's not enough to say my head hurts. You know, like, oh my God, my head hurts. But anyway, how was your little vacation time for the past 2 weeks?
It was really good, really exciting. Got an invite to Europe in September.
Yes.
Got my ticket for Coachella. Cracked my tooth. That was the low, but you know, you take the good with the bad. It's all in the Lord's plan.
You know what the high was about that situation?
I got my ticket to Coachella.
Well, I was talking about your tooth situation.
Oh, yeah. I finally went to the dentist.
You have insurance.
Yeah.
Some people don't.
That is very true. Yeah. I was
You were able to go right away.
Yeah. So, you know, it happens.
I'm kind of jealous about the Coachella thing, but it's in such... Now that I'm out here in Vegas... I can't. It's like the worst possible time. There's no way I can take off, and Malachi's here.
Yeah,
so
they literally, I was asked by a few girls, they were like, you know, we're going to try to get Coachella tickets tomorrow. And I'm like, I don't think I can do it. Mm-hmm. And they had sent like the little link, and I was like, well, let me just see, what's the prices for this? It was like $72 a month. I'm like,
the best time, if you are not the type to want to spend $500 at one time, is to do the payment plan. Yeah. And they only allow it like right now, like a year before, almost a year before in advance. Mm-hmm. You don't know the lineup. You don't know shit. And it's up in the air. The point is just to have the ticket to go. Right.
So we've been debating like who could be the headliner. And we were thinking like, well, maybe Kendrick.
That would be a good headline.
I wouldn't be that excited, but Rihanna... Bruno. I even looked online. A lot of people was like Florence and the Machine. I was like, oh, that'd be.
There are headlining for Life is Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm
September
like, so
out here.
I'll just wait and see. I'm like, every year I do hear the lineup. I'm like, man, that'd be cool to go, and just obviously never go. So.
Yeah, well, by the time you hear the lineup, that means you're late.
Yeah,
like you're way months and months late. So by the time they do the early like payment plan, and then I think they stop selling tickets for a while, and then they start up again. Yeah,
I think it said something like at the time it was 58 days. So I think in like 2 months, regular tickets go on sale or something.
Yeah, it's like, so you got to be prepared. Yeah. Like once Coachella ends for 1 year, in the next month or two, they're going to start doing payment plans for the following year.
Yeah, I was like, well, hope this will be fun, because I probably will never want to go again after that.
Most people that I know that went this year for Beyonce, they were like, they loved it. They had a lot of fun, but it is a lot of work.
Yeah. Maybe a different type of festival, but
not that big. Yeah. That one's, they said like 100,000.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe next Labor Day I can do Made in America, but, or Afro Punk or something like that.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah. But.
Ooh, I hope my hair is real afro-y by then. Like, my hair is already longer now because of, you know, I can braid it and stuff now. Yeah. But I want it to be that one big, beautiful, sheen, healthy fro just flapping in the wind. That's exactly what I want. Yeah. Now that I know how to really, really take care of it. Yeah. Because y'all don't understand. To be a natural, it might seem like it's super easy compared to having like relaxed hair. Yeah, it's not. It's a lot of work to help keep it moisturized, soft, clean. You know, you don't want to be unkempt. Yeah, because hair gets nappy, it gets dry, it breaks off. It's a lot of more work to handle if it's dry. The drier it is, the harder it is to take care of. So now that I've like know exactly what products, and no one product works for everybody. Yeah. So if you have like, you know, that little circulation of the it's RealiTEA caramel whatever shampoo system, and like it works for naturals. Like that's not gonna work for everybody because everybody has different textures.
Yeah, you gotta go through and figure out like, okay, what are my products?
Yeah, and before it used to be like people like, well, just water. My beautician, when I cut off my hair, well, not all of it, she was like, water is the last thing you want to do in your hair. Yeah. She's like, your hair is way too thick for just water. Yeah. So my combination is Hawaiian Silky 14 in 1 and this pure argan oil from Walmart, actually. I was like, let me try this. It gets my hair so soft. So it's but that's my combination. Yeah. It might not work for somebody else. So anyway, that was a sidebar. I would love to go to Afropunk. I feel like that would be my zone. Wait, it was that was it for your 2 week?
Let's see, what else did I do? Shit, just made a bunch of plans for a lot of trips that my pockets is like, bitch, you better be ready for.
But you're in your I'm going to get shit done mode. Like, I don't want to keep talking about it. I want to be about it. And if I want to be about it, I got to make the steps to get there.
And it's like, well, if my phone bill going to be late, at least it's like, well, it's because, you went wine tasting and not because,
in Napa.
and ordered pizza.
True.
And
that would just be sad.
Freaking the gym took their money before you
actually made it to there. God damn it, the damn gym took out my last $20.
Oh my goodness. Fucking subscriptions.
I know all y'all people listening had that moment like,
you think you got $30 in your account, and it's like, nope. Netflix and Apple Music came through. It's like bitches.
Those are the two things you cannot end subscription on. You
like
have
3
to have
days
it
before payday. Like, really? Okay, all right. So I'm about to stretch this $9.
I needed that $20.
Right. Watch what I'm about to do. $2 in the tank because I'm only going like a mile away.
Thank God for me working at home running my 9 to 5 because it's like, okay, I got 20 miles left. That's going to last me like a good 5 or 6 days. Like, I really don't go anywhere. And where I live, I'm close by. Literally everything. I don't have to go far, but to come and record this freaking podcast, and that's pretty much it. That's the most driving I do in the whole week. So, yeah, but I mean, you going to be looking at those pictures, looking back like, I'm happy I went. Right. Like, I enjoyed myself.
Like, let me just stop saying yes to shit.
Wait, so where are we going for New Year's?
Two of my friends out here, they actually were trying to go to Australia. I said, wait, are you serious?
Really?
Yeah, they were like, yeah, but tickets were like $800. And
that's
we was like,
cheap.
We don't know. We was like, girl, air affordable. Let's go do this shit.
Yeah.
She was like, okay. She was like, when I get back into town, I'm going to talk to Mildred and we can all. I said, yeah. I was like, I have a friend that'll go.
Can I be a part of that club?
Yeah, you were the friend. I was
okay. You know how I feel about inviting myself to play. I don't want to feel stupid.
I have a friend, no. Especially when they said Australia, because it was like, wait.
You were already kind of trying to. We were actually going to go this weekend.
Yeah, and so she was like, yeah, it actually is the first day of summer for them, New Year's Eve.
Yeah, they're the opposite seasons.
Let's fucking go and be down under. I was like, I will air affordable a ticket real quick. I'm not telling you what it is because I don't need everybody knowing it and fucking up shit.
No, I don't need y'all fucking. You can't tell people everything.
Right.
You can't tell them where the best spot to get the Chinese food is at. Nope. You can't tell them about I remember Gold Class Cinema, when it was Gold Class Cinema in Pasadena. It's I Pick Now. I didn't really tell a whole bunch of my little black folks because I didn't want them going up there and fucking it up. Right. Where'd you go to the movies? Where? Pasadena. What name? Some little rinky-dink thing down there. Dude was real cheap. No, I spent $21 to get served like a fucking queen that I am with a blanket and a pillow. They give you a blanket and a pillow. Right. And you push the button and the waiter comes, what would you like? I would like some sliders and an adios. Right. And they come and bring it to you. It includes popcorn. Mm-hmm. Love that place. Anywho.
Can't go wrong with it.
Can't really go around that. But you can't really tell everybody all the good stuff because you don't want them fucking it up or you don't want them to take up all of it. And then they tell everybody else. It's like, See, this is my little secret that I was trying to keep to myself. So, yeah, you just kind of just made it not special anymore. Because everybody, I don't know. I'm the type of person, I like to have what other people don't have.
Oh, yeah.
So, remember everybody and their mama was getting that damn Dodge Charger?
Oh, yeah.
It was like, I don't want it.
No, looks like everyone else's.
Yeah.
It is everyone else's.
Exactly. Or the Altima. Everybody's getting the Altima.
Yeah.
So it's like, I refrain.
Loved Altimas.
Isn't that like the ratchet hoe car of the year, of the century?
I want to say yes, but I don't know if one of our friends still has one. So I'm going to say I don't know. Tasha had one years ago, but I don't know if she still has it.
Well, I know some people, they got the car like way before
back.
that time. It was like labeled
when
that.
It was like, look, hoes.
Because I have a friend who has the Optima, but she had the Optima before it got huge after Griffin jumped over it at that one time All-Star Weekend thing. So it's like, and everyone's like, oh, I'm going to get that car. And it's like, you kind of just take the fun out of the damn car. Just kind of like, if I get a BMW, I'm getting a 5 Series or above because everybody else can afford the 3 Series, and I don't want to be like everybody else. Right. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So, Australia. Okay, that sounds fun. We'll talk about that more later.
Right.
And what else?
Let's see. I joined a Black singles travel group.
See, that's what the fuck I'm talking
about.
I'm
waiting to be accepted into the Facebook, but someone recommended me into it. And so there's a group trip to Napa in October for a weekend. I was like, oh, well, let's see. Okay. And it's co-ed. Mm-hmm. But it's they were like, oh, well, you can
God. Can you meet your man in this group?
We'll see, yeah, because it's Black singles that travel.
Perfect opportunity.
We'll see.
To meet the man. You met the man while y'all was traveling?
Right.
Oh, hell yes.
We'll see. I'm very open. This summer, well, the rest of this life, I'm like, huh. Yeah. And then, of course, I know we've been looking into our school stuff.
Man.
So
we've been busy these past 2 weeks with the next new chapter.
Yeah.
It's time.
So I'm ready for that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just ready to make some memories and really live.
That's the thing. It's you want to live your life. I feel like from college until now, it's always been, it's crazy because when you graduate from college, no one really prepares you for that time afterward. It sounds so cliche. It really, really does. Yeah. But you literally are thrown into the world, which is a den full of wolves. Mm-hmm. It's just, you get eaten up. Yeah. So it takes time to adjust from the 4 years of just
5 years.
Yeah. I'm not for you lie. Super seniors out there.
And I was not in a rush to fucking leave either. I will go out there in this recession? No. Oh, yeah. Okay, let me drop a few of these classes. Yeah. I'll stay here an extra year in this comfy dorm.
I mean, they was always giving you this financial aid.
Everybody was like, you know what? I'm gonna stay an extra quarter too.
Everybody was super seniors. No. Everybody. There was no, oh, she didn't graduate last year because I was like, no, bitch, I didn't. Right. I didn't because I need to take my time.
I don't want to be out
there.
Get
all the financial aid
There's
I
can
get.
This weekend. I don't want to be out there. No.
I always have a place to stay.
Yeah.
There's loans that pay for that.
They take their rent before. I don't even have to worry.
I don't have to touch it. Yeah.
All I gotta pay for is my cell phone bill, few groceries.
Most people who had cars in college with us actually either it was a hand-me-down or their parents was kind of taking care of it. Not many of them had to actually pay their own car note.
Exactly.
I did, but that's neither here nor there.
Right.
But yeah, super seniors. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so
the transition.
When you're in college, there is no real responsibilities that you're really doing. You're happy enough to get to your 8 a.m. class.
That's a big one.
Right? So it's there's nothing you really have to do all that much. And being in the dorms is not like having your own apartment. No. Because you don't have to worry about the gas, the electric bill, the cable bill. like all this stuff. You just pay whatever they take whatever they need to out of financial aid before they disperse you the rest of it. And your housing is taken care of for the next 3 to 4 months. So it's like there's not a lot of stuff that you really have to do besides do homework, which you're already used to doing since you were in kindergarten. Try to pass the class and try to get your degree. That's it. But then once you graduate from there, I'm like, okay, time for me to get a job. And then you do the same dumb, monotonous thing time and time again with no fun because you're tired.
There's no fun.
Then you get old and tired, and then you're like, I can't have the fun like I used to. I can't drink the alcohol like I used to.
Right. And I said, you know, and I can accept the fact that I can't drink the way I used to. My liver probably appreciates the fact that I can't drink. So I'll do that.
She's not exaggerating,
but
guys.
It was like, you know, I think pretty much like once I moved out here, I was like, you know what? I'm going to bring some fun back into my life. Because I'm like, weekends.
But adult fun.
Different type of
much more responsible.
Fun or, less drunkenness.
More getting to know your surroundings and stuff
just
like that.
You know, let me just have fun, not just be cooped up in the house when I have no reason to be. And then it's like you look around, it's like, fuck, I'm 35. Where did the time go? And it's like, well,
I will have my house by then.
You know, doing nothing. So it was just like, you know, I just want to start to kind of make my time count. Not saying it didn't count before, because you know, since I've been on my own, I like to think I've been, you know, leveling up in the responsibility area. But just having a balance of like, okay, I'm getting shit done, but I'm also having a good time, enjoying life.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. I mean, that's kind of what you want to do, especially when you're like 30, 31. Right. You're kind of like, okay. Our lives are good. Don't get me wrong. Like there's no complaints about it, but you just want to be able to expand your life, your horizons, your outlook, your view on life and what is in it. Yeah. And what you can get from it. And not just be like, oh, well, you know, I'm tired. All I have to do is just pay these bills. Like, okay, well, if you want to do stuff and you're kind of tired of the same thing, then change. Right. I think us moving out here was like the catalyst for that. So like, you know what? I need change. I need something different.
The same place over and over. And it's I want it to be out the house, but now I just want to go back home.
Yeah.
Like since I've been out here, there's not been one time where I went out and I'm like,
I'm over this.
I'm ready to go home.
Well, that's good.
Granted, I still be like, ooh, midnight. All right, time for me to go. It's my bedtime. But I'm still like, I'm glad I went out. I had a fun time.
Yes, no, there's nothing wrong with the actual event or people that you were like around to make you want to leave.
So that's been like a blessing.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what? I'm trying to go out this weekend, but I need to make sure I take a nap. Like that's the only difference between now and college. Is like college, I didn't need no nap. I was up at 7. And I didn't go to bed till 3 a.m., 4 a.m. until the sun came up the next fucking day. I only had class Monday through Thursday. So Thursday night, it was lit.
Yeah.
And Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Sometimes Monday.
Goddammit. But it's like you don't have that much freedom these days. And anymore, now it's like, you can't just say, fuck work. I don't feel like going like you did with your classes.
You gotta be strategic about it.
Like, you're like, man, I only got.
PTO can I use?
Okay, if I got 10 hours of PTO and I take half the day off.
Well, I can leave and get a point, but I only got like 2 points, so you know that'll fall off in a year. Like
it's like, but if I get a point now, and then what if I really need it later? We're like, I'm sick. Then that's gonna put me over.
I've never thought.
But then I can just get it. Yes, like that's where math comes in handy. Yeah. How can I handle this PTO and these points?
Sadly,
that's the only time it matters.
Me that in college.
No, you see my sister's.
Well, kinda. It was like, well, participation is 25 points. So if I just go and answer 2 questions, that'll give me my 25%. Then I ain't gotta go to the next 3 classes and then show up and get the study guide.
I unfortunately could not do that because I had science classes. Missing one class is gonna fuck me up.
You're done.
Except for my biostatistics class. Oh, I swear.
Oh my God. Sounds like a nightmare.
I never went. I was only there for the midterms and the finals. You know why? Because this particular teacher allowed cheat sheets.
Oh yeah, that's all you need.
So 1 page, front and back. Do you know I got that printer paper? And so I would meet up with a friend. She would give me like the assignments or whatever that they did in class, and I would copy it. And then she would tell me like, and I passed, and I never went to class.
Kudos.
No. So, yeah. But I was like that in my physics class.
Yeah.
My physics class, I never showed up, but a midterm and a final. And even the final, same thing, front and back or whatever. No, I take that back. I didn't go to the final. I went to the teacher's like, I have a Vegas trip that I need to go to. I want to say it was for like Raina's birthday or something.
Yeah.
And we came out here. And I was like, so I kind of need to take my final early. And he let me, and I passed with a C. Now, do I think that class was a curve? Yes. Yeah. I never went. I never fucking went.
Yeah.
But those are the only 2 classes in all of my science classes where it's just like I really did like bullshit my way through.
Yeah.
But everything else is like you miss 1 or 2 classes.
You're done.
In a quarter system school.
I say good day.
Get out.
And I was like, you know what? The day will be good because I'm about to go buy some vodka and live it up.
And I go to that place down the street, get some chili cheese fries with extra sour cream. Oh my
God, yes. I forgot the name, but
what was that guy's name at the liquor store? It wasn't like him and his uncle or his dad.
Shit, they were Russian. They were
Russian.
Yeah.
They were Asian.
No, not the liquor store next to the chili cheese fry place.
The one behind, around the...
No, it was one down the street, down Valley.
Oh, I didn't go to that one.
Oh, yeah.
You guys went to that one. I went to the one by the chili cheese place.
Because he started selling to us before we
were 21.
I
know that place.
Sam?
Okay.
What's his name? Sam? I think so.
I did go with you guys there sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, and his liquor was cheap. And
it was a big selection. Yes, yes.
We get a $5 thing of liquor for $5.
It was
like
sangria.
It was so cheap.
Isn't it Rossi or some sangria?
And then it was like a Schlagen something vodka. Oh my God, that liquor was so horrible.
And that's the thing, it's like when you're like 21,
cheap liquor
19,
is like
20, when you're in college, you don't care what kind of alcohol you consume. All you know is that it's alcohol and you're about to get fucked up. And then that's it. Then you get to our age, it's like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
Drinking hard alcohol. Like, literally rubbing alcohol.
It's like gasoline. What's the shit?
We lived.
It's like, yeah. Then you start, refining your taste buds.
Give me some wine. Give me a dark red.
I smell a hint of wood.
Right? Like, goes well for a barbecue setting. Like, bitch, just drink it.
Wait,
you go to one wine tasting, you think you're a sommelier.
I know. Some people don't know what that is.
Peasants.
Well, did you ever go to LA County Fair? They had this is where I discovered my favorite orange Moscato sparkling wine. That's Stella Rosa. Remember I used to get it?
Oh, yes.
I only could get it at Total Wine.
Oh.
Because you can't find it anywhere. But that's where I found out about it.
Yeah.
They had a little wine and cheese thing at LA County Fair. Oh. And I said, orange Moscato. I said, I want to try that. It was so good.
It is.
And I could only find that Total Wine in Torrance behind the South Bay Galleria. And it was like $14.99 or $13, something like that, $14, $15. And it was so fucking good. And I can't find it out here. I went to Total Wine. They was like, they don't distribute out here. I said, fuck.
So rude.
I know. But anyway, yeah. See that we talked about a lot about your 2 weeks. This is the first out of it's cool.
You won't get anything else for it. No, I'm playing.
How was your week? Else? Yeah, it's good. Can't complain.
Cool. What about you? How was your time?
Wow, past 2 weeks. Same thing as far as really thinking about going back to school. Not because 5% of it is because I'm bored with just working every day. It's the same stuff. One thing I liked about school, I've always liked going to school since I was young. It's just that it's always something different every day.
Right.
And you get to be with friends and people and like, hey, let's go to here and study and like talk or whatever. Like you have a lot more interaction with people. And I lost my love for interaction with people over time. Like it just got to the point where it was like, and now that I work from home, it's like at an all-time high. Right. Because it's like, I don't have to deal with people on a regular basis. Yeah. So going back to LA and driving the traffic really pisses me off because it's like, I don't do this. Mm-hmm. This is not what I do. I don't do traffic anymore. So, and that's like 5% of the reason. Like, I just kind of want to be able to interact and just do different stuff and or whatever. But majority of it is like, okay, I like my job. I do. Well, we have different experiences with the same job.
I mean, I'm still there, so it can't be that damn bad.
Right?
But it ain't like slavery where I can just choose. Like,
oh, my God. Speaking of slavery, that whole slavery is a choice.
Right. Yeah, it's a choice.
Well, master tells you to go pick cotton. He's like, you go do it.
You do it. You do this shit. I'm on my break.
Slavery is a choice.
You know, I'm still there, so I mean...
Oh shit! Okay, sorry, I had to go there. It was pretty. That's a pretty Black Twitter
According to
always.
my benefits here, massa.
I stopped working at 5 p.m.
and I need 2 water breaks. I've only had 1.
So if you want to pick the cotton for the next 15 minutes,
bring me a Dasani.
By all means, go ahead and do it yourself.
Right. And can we get some sparkling water? Or I'm going to the union. Like
slavery union. Every month we get a raise of 1 cent.
Right. Where is it?
I only got 4 cents last month.
Right.
This month I'm supposed to get 6.
Right. According to Career Builder, I have options.
I'm trying to run a business here. Anyway, let's go back to it. So, yeah, it's not like slavery. I mean, it's cool. It's not horrible.
Yeah.
But it's like, I have a bachelor's degree in biology. I didn't go to school for this.
Right.
I don't see this being my thing. For,
no.
you know, you have some people like, I've been here for 10, 15 years.
How?
Why the fuck? Why?
Right. And I know what you're making, so I know it's not the money. Like,
it's not the money. And that's the thing. It's like, with our company, which we are not going to say ever, you can make decent money, but it depends on the position. Yeah. And most positions, when you look every day, like, oh, there are jobs that are open, they're nurses, pharmacists,
right?
You know, things of that nature that can make minimum $90,000 a year.
Yeah. When
it comes to me in the sciences, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to school. Mm-hmm. Like, my son's older. Of course, I couldn't really do it before because he was a lot younger. So it was a lot more. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still a lot of work, but those areas of where it's a lot of work changes. Right. It goes from less physical, changing your clothes, putting on shoes, changing your diaper, like less of that and more of, let's work on your writing. Let's teach you how to make sure you brush your teeth properly. Like stuff like that where it's not so hands-on. Right. It's more of just talking and having constant conversation. Right. So it just shifts.
And he's good for constant conversation.
He is. He really is. There have been times I said, Malachi, can you please stop talking? He's like, okay.
Look, I'm like, you like to talk, huh? And he'd kind of look at me like, bitch, what you trying to say? He would just give me the look.
He'd be having looks, yeah. Like,
you interrupted my conversation.
Did you know that the Earth is something miles from the sun? I was like, right, what the fuck, son? Like, at least you learned it. Something
like, that's cool. And it's like, I can't be like, no, and then you'd be like, how did you not know that? You're a big person. Like, okay, all right,
yeah, come on.
But the minute you entertain them, you signed up for conversation and chill.
I tell people that always like, be careful. You are about to get yourself in a world that you're not going to be able to get out of. Be prepared. Oh, it's okay. I like kids. All right. Go on ahead then. And then said babysitter for the first time. She's like, yeah, we talked for like 2 hours. I said, see, girl, you open the door. He's like, you want to play a game? And it's like, sure. You be playing that game for 3 hours straight.
That's why I started a game with him. I'm like, you know what? You can be quiet until 9:58. I'll give you $1. He's like, but it's 8:58 now. Let's see. He earned his $1. I will give him that. I'm like, I'm trying to watch the Vanderpump reunion, and you want to talk about candy in school? Not right now.
What Joseph said at the playground. I used to tell my dad stuff. I'm like, Dad, guess what happened today?
Right, now I see, because I'm like, okay, now I see how I used to be
Susie cut Jonathan at the handball courts, and then there was an argument, and we had to go tell Mrs. Johannesson about the shenanigans. It was like, okay.
Why do you think I care?
I'm sorry, Dad. I talked his ear off so bad when he used to pick me up from school.
Right.
But anyway, so my kid-free summer started on the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
And so I already knew like the first week was going to be like me just staying to myself because people are like, well, why would you? I would start going out. Like, no. When you're a parent or you have to take care of somebody else on a consistent basis to where you can't really do what you want to do, you kind of want to be able to just chill and do nothing for a while and be selfish for like 2 seconds. So I already knew like the first week. I just gonna just chill, stay in the house, like sleep when I want, wake up when I want, as long as I'm not late for work. Things of that nature. But I'm going to Texas tomorrow for my cousin's wedding. I'm so excited. I haven't been to Texas in umpteen years. And then I haven't seen my family in a long time.
That'll be fun.
Going to Houston and San Antonio, so I got a lot of traveling to do. I took some time off in July. Going to a concert in like 2 weeks. And just whatever really comes up. Michelle, she did a Selena episode with Jay Alonzo on the Back to the Classics episode. She's doing a brunch.
Oh, okay.
So I said I was going to go to that.
That'd be cool.
So, just trying to say yes to more things. I hit up my other friend like, I'm kid-free, bitch. What you doing? So, just trying to actually get out more because I am that person who would pick sleep over going out. Yeah. I admit that. I personally don't think there's anything wrong with that. Yeah. Because I run 24/7. Yeah. Like from the time I get him for school until school ends, I'm all on his school schedule, and there's nothing I can do about it. But now that I don't really have my son to really have to like hand and foot wait on him, I can be like, you know what? I get off at 3:30. I have the rest of the night to do whatever the fuck I want to. So if that's like, let me take a nap for like 3 hours and then go out, cool. If that means I go out immediately, cool. If that means go to the movies, cool. I have the world is fucking mine.
For 2 months.
Yeah. For 2 whole fucking months. Malachi, and 4 days. Okay, Malachi.
Right. Okay.
He will correct your ass in 2 seconds if you do not say the right facts. But that's going on. But back to the school thing. So I want to go back to school. I'm picking between physician assistant or nurse practitioner. So it's still a struggle. I've been going back and forth. I've been really, really going back and forth. Like, I'm going to do nurse practitioner. But I don't know.
It will all work out.
It will. I was PA. Now I'm back to nurse practitioner after seeing basketball-wise. I'll talk about that later of why. But just same as you, just like, okay, I'm 30 years old now. Like, I moved out here. I had my bachelor's degree back in 2011. My son is 7 now. I've been at my job for like 2.5 years. The longest job I've had, by the way. Like, what's my next step? I want the house. You know how bad I want my house. Right. I want the house more than I want the car. Like, my house, I have a dream car. It's like $150,000. But if I had to choose between the house and the car, I'm getting the house. Because there's nothing like going to sleep and waking up and you're in this house that you just love and adore. You have the pool. You can have like people over. The kids of the block can come over and be in the swimming pool and blah, blah, blah. And you have a pool house, so they really have to come in your house. Very true. Stuff like that. Just entertain. Just be comfortable and raise a family. Right. In a house. Some people don't know what it's like to be raised in a house.
Jesus, that sucks.
I mean, my grandmother had a house. Yeah. All her life, all my life, my mom's life, all my life. So I have another friend, her house that her parents are in are from grandma and handed down. So some of us are just used to being in a house. Yeah. And there's some people who have family members who aren't able to get a house. Yeah. So a house to me is really, really extremely important. Because it makes your life comfortable. Just being able to go, when I go to my grandma's house, I go to neighbor's house, I go down the street, I see, hey, let's grandson, have little barbecues and block parties, and all that really makes a difference besides just having neighbors that move in and out sometimes. It's always weird when you have that one neighbor that's been there for like 12 years. It's like, why are you still in this apartment building? Like, all the money you spent, you could have had a house. Especially in LA now, it's like, you really could have got a house like 15 years ago. Yeah. But, it's just weird. But just having my quality of life is better. Yeah. But just, all right, let's see how we can improve this. Yeah. And I want to be able to do that, but I have to go back to school for that. Yeah. So, besides that, I wish I could really, really travel more. But once again, I'm limited being a single parent. So, I just have to do the best way I can and be able to upgrade certain things. So instead of driving to LA all the time, I can just fly every single time. Because that driving shit it's a lot. The fact that a flight is only 45 minutes is much better than driving. Oh, yeah. And with LAX, your flight can be at 2. You really only have to get to the airport at you get out the car at 12:45. Yeah. And it's carry on because it's so short. You don't need to check a bag. So you can just walk through the terminal and go straight to your gate. I don't think I've ever gotten to the airport more than 2 hours before in LA. Yeah. At all. But that's been my 2 weeks.
Well, that's good.
Still single. Because these niggas is tripping.
Hey, one thing at a time.
Yes. And I'm going to start with me.
Right.
I'm going to start with me.
These men's ain't going nowhere, so.
No, they're not. Maybe I need to come see it. If I was kidless, I'll be up in that single black singles that travel. Excuse me.
Right. Then they could be trash too. Like
there's a possibility. True, that is very true. I was actually going to say that earlier. It doesn't mean that they'll be any better. But there's going to be a different kind of man there. They just meet
a travel buddy.
You can meet a travel,
Right. There's no titles. We just meet up and go places.
But then again, it's better to have those type of male friends than someone who complains about traveling 20 minutes to see somebody. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? If you can't do that, what makes you think we're ever going to get to Bali or Taiwan or Thailand or any of those places? Bullshit. Yeah, so it's like at least you be around different kind of man at least and see how they are. And then they might be the same in some ways and be different in a lot of ways. So we never know. But anyway, because we were gone for so long, we wanted to kind of go into our celebrity news reality V section. So we're going to tell you about things that we've heard for anybody that has dealt with reality TV at any point. So first, we're going to start off with Neve from Catfish.
He didn't do it.
I don't feel like he did.
No, he's very innocent. I believe it in my heart.
I just don't think that he would ever do. Yeah. And then I remember I read about it, but then it's been like a little bit. Yeah. So I forgot all the full details, but it was stuff that's like, I don't feel he would ever say that.
Yeah.
Like
sexual harassment stuff.
Talk about dating and all that. And then he's been with his wife. They've been married for a couple years and then they've been together for even longer. Yeah. So it's like, I don't really see him doing or saying that. Now, I do believe that people are capable of doing anything. Right. And get me wrong.
I wouldn't bet my life on it, but I'm pretty confident that he's innocent.
Yeah, I don't see him doing that at all. And some people are sensitive. Right. You say one thing and they want to take it as like harassment, or they try to make it seem like it's harassment, but it really wasn't. Yeah. It could have been borderline. Like I don't really see Neve.
I would have to see the tape and video and audio.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah. And out of all the seasons, all of the shows, it's been, I think they hit like 200 episodes already. Yeah. It's like, I feel like it would have been at least another woman who would have come up by now. At this point,
because it has been a few
It's been a really, really long time for...
So other people would have came forward. Especially it's like it's Neve. It ain't, you know, Brad Pitt or nobody.
I mean, out of Neve and Max, I would have thought Max would have been like... If I had to choose between the two, I feel like Max would be more the person to do that than Neve. Because Max be saying all kind of shit to a catfisher. Like, you know you wrong. You shouldn't have did what you was supposed to.
Right. Seems a little delusional that you'd be just...
Right?
Yeah.
So I felt bad because they automatically suspended the production of Catfish. Right. And it's like, they even have Catfish headquarters in LA.
Right.
And New York. So it's like, it's this big production when it comes to Catfish.
Right.
It's like, Neve and Max has built this Catfish empire that MTV took on.
Right.
And now it's like, comes to a halt because of something that I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't really believe because of the person that he is. But it's like, I would never say that a woman is lying. But what I will say is that, bitch, if you are lying, it's going to be some fucking problems.
That's just wrong.
It's wrong on so many levels.
Yeah.
It was wrong back in the day when white women used to try to say that black men used to rape them just so they wanted, then they wind up getting their Emmett Till type of situation. Like, you got to be careful of why you say certain things just because you don't like how someone responded to you or didn't respond to you.
Right.
So it's just, I feel like he would have done it more than once.
Right.
Because usually when somebody says, like, when one woman comes out, there's
3 days later, somebody else.
Always other ones. Like,
no one else has come out. So I feel like I haven't heard anything now we might be hearing. Well, I don't even think we'll hear it. I think we'll just start seeing Catfish episodes reappear. And it's like, oh, so.
Yeah, I think they just air the ones that they. No, I don't even think they wouldn't even air.
There hasn't even been any repeat episodes on. Usually I'm always good to be like, shit, nothing's on. Let me just put on these Catfish reruns.
That's fucked up.
So I think he'll be getting cleared any day now. I'm hoping.
That's a lot of time and money and jobs.
Right.
Because it's not only Neve. It's Neve, it's Mac, it's the camera crew, the boom guy, the producers, the executive producers, the people who read the emails to send to Neve and Mac. Like, casting. There's a lot of people that go into these shows. So when you do something like that and they halt production, that means everybody in that pipeline, from the CEO of MTV down to the
assistant,
a driver of the person, whatever, they're all affected and their paychecks are affected. So it's like, okay, if it's true, then, and if you feel like you want to come forward, that is your right, that's your prerogative, go ahead and do that. But if you're lying, it's fucked up. You just don't lie about it. Don't do anything like that. But anyway.
Yeah, we'll see.
Next, we're going to talk about Love and Hip Hop Hollywood star, Starlet, Tia Marie.
70 boys around and know how to make a girl feel. Still think she should be bigger than Rihanna to this day, but, who am I?
Apparently, her attitude and all that fucked it. Yeah. It was that bad. It fucked everything up. Nobody wanted to work with her. And when I see it, like, old video, I'm like, fuck, she was tiny.
Yeah.
I forget. I mean, she doesn't look bad now, but she was a little thick.
Right. And it's just like, man.
So, Tia Marie, I don't know how many times, like, don't get me wrong, revenge porn is wrong. I'm glad that, especially in California, it's like a crime to do revenge porn. You can't just be like, well, you pissed me off, I'm about to show your dick or your vagina to the whole world. You can't do stuff like that.
Right.
But at the same time, that you have to be careful of who
you're
doing it with, or if you should be doing it at all. And if you're going to do it, don't put your face in it. At least don't put your face in or anything like, identifying, like tattoos or something.
And if it's like, and if you're giving somebody head, your face kind of has no choice but to be in it. Right. So, Yeah,
it's kind of,
you just shouldn't have did it.
It's weird, you know.
But hey, you were in the moment. She
said she thought
it was safe.
Yeah, she thought she said she thought she was with someone she loved.
Right. Like, I can't fault you to the fault, but like, just don't do it again.
Yeah, it's just,
you know.
And then this comes not too long after China, not too long after Donna of Black King Crew New York. It's like all these situations coming out with porn, revenge porn, or just a leak, because the whole Donna situation was not a revenge porn situation at all.
She was just being a hoe. That actually deserved to get leaked.
It was gross.
It was.
I don't know.
It was just.
I felt so bad for Muhammad. It's like, damn, she gets caught in a bathroom stall from the back while he's rolling the blunt. Like, that's no respect.
You couldn't even find a hotel and go make love. You just
make love.
You were just in a, like, ew. Like, that's the worst possible way.
In a stall.
Yeah.
Like a high school bathroom stall. But yeah, I felt sad because I guess his name is Akbar. He's denying that he leaked it. But she's saying that he is, because I mean, obviously, unless someone hacked into his like iCloud or something, the only way they're going to get it is through him.
Right.
And then I think 50 Cent got added into it because I guess he shared it. And it's like, yeah. Now Instagram, and not Twitter. Twitter don't delete shit. Instagram gets real good at like going to the hashtag, I guess, and just deleting all the like, because it gets hard to find after like an hour or so. You can't, even with the hashtag, it's hard to find. So when I found out, I was like, I wonder if it's still there. But and I did see it. It was like, fuck, like, it's like in her face. Like, you can't deny that that's not her.
Yeah.
And then it was on her Instagram.
Mm-hmm. And as soon as Lisa Bloom saw it, she said, "Oh no, I am on my way."
I thought it was Gloria.
No.
She's like, how, Lisa?
Yeah, she had Lisa Bloom, good old Instagram model. Instagram lawyer. If I ever have a problem, I'm calling Lisa Bloom.
Either Lisa or Gloria.
Yeah, I think Gloria was defending 50 Cent in like some other lawsuit or something he had going on.
No, I know, but 50 said, girl, watch what you say or something. I felt like he was saying something to her because she was defending Tierra.
Yeah. He was like, well, I'll call Gloria your mom or something. And I was like, wait, Lisa Bloom is Gloria?
I guess. I don't know. I maybe read that wrong.
But yeah.
But yeah. So that's how he got involved. I guess he should. 50 Cent be petty, but it's like,
yeah. And he already just doesn't even respect women. So it's already like
no, too bad he has a really good show.
Yeah.
Fucking Power. That starts July 1st. So that situation. I'm gonna talk about this person last. Ray J had a baby finally.
Yay, congrats.
With Princess Love. Cute little baby. I know they have been trying for a while. Princess was getting all stressed out from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, by the way. And, well, Ray J's been through a multitude of... He has a whole catalog of reality TV. What was his dating show?
For the Love of Ray J. 2 seasons.
Season 1, season 2. Mm-hmm. He's been...
everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much since birth.
Right.
And if I had a baby, so congratulations to him. Brody Jenner, who he does qualify as reality TV. For those of you who don't know, he was on
The Hills.
There you
Royalty.
Go. The real good times of reality TV.
Yes.
It was the least scripted.
First 2 seasons.
Yeah, I would say in the beginning.
Yeah.
Remember Bobby?
Justin Bobby. He fucking hated those white girls. So, can I call you Justin or Bobby? You can call me Justin Bobby.
Fool.
No, I forgot. She was like, wait, so is it Justin or Bobby? Can I just call you Justin Bobby? And I think that's how Justin Bobby stuck.
Because everybody was like, Justin Bobby? Is right. His name? You know, fine. We'll just call him Justin Bobby then.
And of course, fucking production from that moment on, Justin Bobby. Audrina's boyfriend.
Like, I hate it when they used to, like, as soon as they break up, ex-boyfriend.
They were real quick with the updates.
Well, they're not together in the scene.
Friend.
Yeah, at 2 minutes and 30 seconds, they're boyfriend and girlfriend, right. And in 3 minutes and 15 seconds, they're ex.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Really
they was working. But that's when reality TV was better.
Yeah.
It still wasn't badly scripted, even till the end. No. It was still, like, legit. You feel like the problems were genuine.
Yeah.
Like, the whole Spidey problem was really genuine because they still act crazy till this day. By the way, Heidi finally had a baby. I know the baby is much older, like almost a year.
She did.
But she finally had a fucking
Kudos
baby.
to her.
Because they were on Marriage Boot Camp, like, the second or third season, or whatever. I've been meaning to watch Bridezilla because it's back on. I don't know why they took it off in the first fucking place. I did see like an episode or two, and I feel like ever since I watched Love After Lockup, I just feel like now that I watch stuff like Bridezilla on WeTV, I feel like it's actors. Kind of sucks though. But because like that whole black lady, I found out she was on some other reality TV show on the same network. And I was like, okay, now I just kind of lost faith that these are real bitches. Well, women acting like bitches or whatever. Right. But it was crazy. What she called herself? She called her alter ego Buttercup or something like that. And she was supposed to be this evil. I want my flowers. Like throwing flowers. Like, I said, I wanted these flowers, not those flowers. That's my wedding day.
It's stuff like that. It's like, okay. Either I'm splitting some of this Bridezilla money with you, so I will be in on it, or I'm just trying to think of everybody that I know and them being that type of Bridezilla, and then afterwards being able to come back and justify it. Like, girl, I mean, it's my wedding. I was stressed. That's cool. We still ain't friends no more. But
I don't even know anybody who was that bad.
Yeah, I don't know anybody.
And these are people like getting married in farmhouses.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like, you don't even have a wedding for you to be this
stressed.
Zilla in the first place.
Your mom is making the reception food in the
And that's why they were stressed because somebody didn't bake the cupcakes that they were supposed to.
I think I remember.
And all the bridesmaids didn't come to the house at something p.m. to make the flower arrangements. It's like, maybe that's why they're so stressed out, because they are doing everything themselves. Yeah. Like, they don't really hire planners or caterers. It's like, no, my mom's making all the chicken. It's like, I'm not doing that. If anything, I'm having Nigerian food catered. I will not have anybody, including myself, cooking shit for my wedding.
Yeah. Well, we see all that say. Congrats, Brody.
Yeah. And he's also shit. I can't even say that no more. Well, Caitlyn's son.
Yeah.
I was about to say Bruce.
His wife is also Caitlyn now. His wife is now Caitlyn Jenner with the C. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, his wife.
Yeah, her name is Caitlyn.
I got real confused for 2 seconds.
Yeah. So there's
maybe that's
Caitlyn
where
he
got the name from. Jacker.
That's a nice little name you got there.
Oh, Brody, what's your girlfriend's name? Caitlyn? You know what it reminds me of? Grandpa from Family Guy.
Oh, yeah.
That's a nice name, Caitlyn. Maybe I'll use that as my name.
I don't know if you ever saw those memes with Kylie Jenner where, like, she looks like she's in her phone, but she's, like, looking up. And in the meme, they're like, ooh, that's a nice little culture you've got there.
Just take your name, why don't you?
Right.
Yeah, that's really awkward. And I think that she wasn't there.
No.
Meaning, I'm pretty sure those first older 3 kids are like,
this is too much.
No. We've been knowing
I love you, but
the oldest one, I feel like he's like almost 40.
Yeah.
So, because there's other kids than Kylie and Kendall for you guys that don't know anything about Jenner history.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like the oldest one's probably like, hell no. And then the daughter is like, I don't have a dad anymore. Like, and then Brody is like,
It's just a little too weird for me. I didn't really like you that much anyway, because you kind of abandoned us.
And then it was the other brother that was on the show a lot.
Yeah.
Because, that's the 4, because it's 6 Jenners all together. Mm-hmm. So it's like 4 older ones, and then Kylie and Kendall, and then the Kardashians. So I'm pretty sure, anybody that's other than Kylie and Kendall is like, I kind of miss my dad, who was like this legend, and now it's this woman I don't even really speak to. Like, how do you transition to Mother's Day? Like, how does that work? Like, I'm not trying to be shady, but
there's so many.
How does that work?
Yeah.
Do you still celebrate Father's Day?
I don't know.
After transitioning?
And then, I don't know. And
this
then
is just me being...
the book he wrote was, like, apparently was, like, really damaging to, like, Chris and everything. So I don't even...
Was he, like, talking shit about Chris? And that's what made him... her and Kim stop talking or something like that?
Chloe,
They all don't really talk to her anymore.
So I'm like, I don't
think any of those kids really talk to her. Mm-mm. Isn't she dating some, like, 20-year-old transgender woman?
And that's why they say it's so weird, because she's still, like, a Republican. And it's like, I don't support gay marriage and it's like, wait.
But then she will try to talk shit about Donald Trump. She's, what did she say?
Oh, when
disappointed about things that are not changing for the transgender community.
You are not a white man anymore.
A privileged white man. Yeah, you have come in the category. You might not be black, but you are in the category of other, meaning we really want to deal with your ass because we really don't know anything about your world. That's pretty much what that is.
Yeah.
At least it's like when it comes to black, of course, they automatically like, well, slavery is over, blah, blah, blah. It's like they can't even say any rebuttal to you that's idiotic because they have no clue about your world whatsoever.
Except for the most idiotic thing. You were born a man, or you should, like, just...
Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Right. Or
dumb
Adam
shit.
and now you want to be Eve. Like, just some dumb shit. Like,
I haven't heard that one.
Them people, they just say the stupidest shit.
I know, it's really idiotic. Just like today, 45, he decided to, quote unquote, uninvite the Philadelphia Eagles because not all of them supported the whole flag situation.
Of course.
And so when they had their little meeting with Huckabee, one reporter was like, why? They had a baker who won a case with the Supreme Court that he had the right to refuse making a cake for a same-sex couple.
Yeah. She
was like, president believes in a matter of free speech. A reporter was like, well, if he thinks that's free speech and he's behind it, why is it not okay for the players to kneel during the anthem?
Right.
And I said, I had that, the Cardi B look that mean like I want to hear you. And she was saying, well, that's different because it's disrespecting our country. And it's like, but it's freedom of speech, right?
Right.
So now you're taking their freedom of speech away because now you want to be a dictator.
Yeah.
And say that you can't do it. But yet, Caitlin, this is what you voted for.
Right.
Okay. All right. Anywho, moving on. Now, I have yet to really see any proof that you cannot doubt about Kenya being pregnant. Now, there was a picture that she put up that's like, oh, me and my hubby, blah, blah, blah. And then she was like, side note, his ring is like on the table or something. I think they went bowling or something.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, first of all, why'd you even bring up his ring is all? We wasn't even really going to see that probably. 2, where the fuck is your baby bump? I see no baby bump. And of course, she took the picture down. It was like, I wouldn't have taken the picture down.
Yeah.
Or turn your comments off.
Yeah.
Either or, if you don't feel like hearing it, you can put the picture up, just turn the comments off.
The bump is where the bump is.
I said what I said.
Right.
And then there was a picture like 2 days ago or something like that. She's wearing this like red and white horizontal striped dress.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think it was Essence.com where like, oh, she's glowing in her baby bump. And I was like, that meme of Kim, of Leslie.
Yeah.
Well, his character is Leslie. Looking at that little piece of paper like, where is it? Like, I see a stomach, but I don't see how it qualifies as a baby bump.
Yeah.
And it's like, it shouldn't be this hard figuring out if somebody's actually pregnant or not.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say that she's not, but it's like, where?
Where? Where is it, Kenya Moore?
Where? It's like, bitch, where? Yeah. And then she said she never confirmed that she was actually pregnant, but then she talks about how she cried over the first ultrasounds. It's like, first of all, she should have had an ultrasound before now, unless she was talking about past ultrasound, like the very first one, because they give you ultrasound way at the beginning. It's just that you have to do the vaginal ultrasound. It's not pleasant up until the time that they can use the one for your belly. Yeah. So in the beginning, it's too small to use that one, so they have to use the vaginal one. So I mean, unless she's describing that, but even now, this is my first time hearing about her reacting to an ultrasound. So it's like,
can somebody just ask her, well, how many months are you? You gotta do a Phaedra. So how many months are you?
It's totally a Phaedra, but at least Phaedra was actually pregnant.
Right.
She's like, well, I can't deny that I'm pregnant. I just don't know when.
Oh, you know when. You just don't want to tell us. Liar!
Right. So here's this, like, my heart is overwhelmed by the kindness and well wishes many of you have sent to our family. I felt compelled to share this video of one of our early ultrasounds when I saw my baby's heart beating for the first time. I cried like a baby myself. I couldn't believe this miracle was growing inside me, and its heart was beating so fast. Even though my doctor said Barbie, she meant to say baby. It was too early to tell the junior. Thank you again for the love, prayers, and hope. But this doesn't even prove anything because it might not be your belly. So it's like, I can't, unless you're on the table. Yeah. And she has the thing up your vagina or on your belly with the jelly. How can I say that that's your baby out of your stomach? Now, if it's a surrogate, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's like, I just can't, I get irritated with people who can't, like, own their truth. Yeah. Like, just own it. Own it. Who's that? Rena. Just own it. That's all you have to do. Just own it. Everybody would love you. Just like Lala tried to lie all this year. I'm not dating a married man. And then you say, well, technically he was married. He was just separated. So you were dating a married man. Doesn't matter where in the divorce proceedings they're in. Right. You're still dating married men. Mm-hmm. So own it. That's all I'm saying. So this picture, this video, it looks like it could have been a computer screen. And then, anyway. Oh, here's a picture of her said baby bump. I mean, honestly, that could be a cheeseburger. It's not, unless it's the dress and you can't really see it from the front.
I see it.
Yeah, like right here.
Yeah.
But like I said, it could be a cheeseburger.
I would say maybe, because I will.
Do you think she is the type of person to gain weight on purpose? That way she could try to pull off a baby scheme.
When it comes to Kenya Moore, I put nothing past her.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm just going to say, I hope she wouldn't do that.
I would hope so. I would hope that she would do it. Yeah. But it's like, I don't see her not. You know, like, I don't put anything past her. That's the sad part. It's like she's done so much stuff previously to where it is this much complication and like backlash from simple stuff that she should be happy about. It's like, just because you came from an IVF place in Barbados doesn't mean anything. You could have been just staging it. Yeah. You could have went on vacation in Barbados. It's like, hey, let's go by this IVF place because there's paparazzi following us. So we just want to give them like chatter that we're trying to get pregnant. Yeah. But every turn, it's always vague. It's very vague. Like, people say they're pregnant, and
you would think she would be more showing it off.
That's what I'm saying. If she's talking about it so much,
and then it's like, okay, I don't feel right telling you how you should be with your pregnancy, but then on the other hand, I feel like because that is pretty much all you've really talked about since you've been on RoA, you would think that she would be more like, you know, Tia and Tamara or Chrissy Teigen, like, here's my baby bump, like, just showing you.
Even
like,
Cardi, she be having her stomach out, just baby flopping, just all in the stomach.
So, yeah.
And it's like, okay, I understand there's some people who don't really have their business out there, which is totally fine.
But you're not one of them.
But I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was going to bring up the fact that she is the type of person who always has, like, oh, me and my husband this, and oh, the baby ultrasound. It's like, you're still hiding some things while trying to show other things.
Right. So that's why it's like, if you gonna be all secretive, then you kind of need to go Kylie Jenner, where it was like, I'm absent from everything. Every now and then, you're only going to see from here on up. And the few people that are going to see me in this 9 months are signing an NDA saying they're not saying
That's
shit.
Exactly what she should have done either or.
Right.
Like, no in between.
Ro was filming. I can't be on this season. Like,
she probably will be on the season. And it'll probably be like, well, I mean, we are having a baby, but we just had to surrogate. It's like, bitch, why don't you just say it from the beginning? That's my thing. It's no problem if you have a surrogate. Yeah. It's no problem if you couldn't carry your child. Yes, people are going to talk shit either way, but it makes it worse when you keep something from people, right? And then you're known to be a liar, or be a scammer.
Had you would have came out and said you were a surrogate in the first place, I don't think there would have been nearly as much backlash or not even backlash, but people saying anything, because, like, I'm not even trying to be, like, shady or anything, but she is older. Yeah. So it would just be like, you know, just the fact that you were able to successfully get an egg and make it happen, that's a blessing to you. Yeah. Right. That's a good enough of a blessing. Right. But, yeah, girl, if this comes out that it was like, oh, it was really a surrogate, and
I'm even though I don't like Kenya, I've made this very clear. I am hoping that she actually is fucking pregnant in her own stomach, because she's making it seem like she is now. Yeah. If it comes out that she had a fucking surrogate, I think everybody gonna be done with her. Yeah, it's like, this is the last time you can scam your way to some checks from Bravo. Yeah, because that's exactly what you're doing. And I'm no. But, I mean, the picture's like, okay, well, all right. Is that really being pregnant? I mean, you could have just gained some weight, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to eat some extra cheeseburgers and not work out as much as I do so I can see if I'm pregnant. If you're going to show the ultrasound, show you on the table getting the ultrasound done. Like, that's how I feel. And then you show an early ultrasound. What about the ultrasounds within the past? Like, because you go, like, very often. Yeah. And they will give you an ultrasound if you ask for it. So, and I'm pretty sure she's probably seen Dr. Jackie, so I'm pretty sure. Yeah. She will give you an ultrasound if you ask for it.
Has she?
Huh?
Has she?
Who knows? So that's what I'm saying. If she was pregnant, she would be seeing Dr. Jackie, but if she's not, then she's not. But anyway, the picture with her and her husband was taken down. Of course, she posts this 5 days ago of all the clips that she's been in the past. And it's like...
And that's bad, because your film, you know what, this is not a Kenya Moore bashing session, but all of your filmography can be put in an Instagram collage. And you've been around as an actress for, 25 years?
Yeah, a while.
You said it, not me. But
she said she's been booked, though.
Yeah, for 2 and 3 lines.
She has an episode of, what is this, Fresh Prince?
I remember a few lines. I remember the episode vividly. Martin, a few lines. Deliver Us from Eva, a few lines. Waiting to Exhale. Walter, you haven't danced with me all night. Looks at Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston says, I'm leaving. And then you, as your thirsty self, well, I'll take them. And you have your dance. Like, everything is like, oh, Deliver Us from Eva. If you look at her again, I'll slap the taste out of your mouth. Like, you've been a one-line wonder for 25 years.
You know what? People who was that, like, I was watching Grey's Anatomy, and you know, like, the paramedics?
Yeah.
They've been paramedics since season 1.
Yeah.
Like, they have, that's being booked to me.
Right.
And they've had constant, like, it's tachycardic arrhythmia, blah, 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 like all these scientific.
Every episode.
It's like real legit camera time. Like, they're being medical professionals.
Right. One episode, you have your SAG card.
Yes. And you're constantly being shown. Anytime there's like, we got a, ambulance coming in. It's like, it's going to be one of them 4 fools.
Yeah.
Every single time. You know, there's this old Asian lady. She's always in the OR in Grey's Anatomy, handing like the scalpel and stuff. Like, it's like those people I kind of like see all the time, but they're constantly working. They're not the up to or reoccurring like actor with like all the lines and stuff. But when there's an episode of Grey's Anatomy, and there's most likely they're going to be in there.
Right.
All the time. So it's like she wasn't even that high up. It wasn't even like she was in one show consistently.
Right.
It was just here and there, here and there, here and there. Nothing that really blew up.
No. Right.
At any point in time.
I know she loves to brag that she was in Jay-Z's video, but I'm like, but if even of all the video girls, you're not even the most memorable one.
And look, she tagged everybody. Martin Lawrence, Will Smith.
It's like, you weren't even the most, out of all his discography of videos, you aren't even the most memorable one. Mm-mm. And he's had, like, real actresses. Like,
I wonder if these people even remember her in these scenes. Especially somebody like Will Smith, because he's been in tons and tons of movies. I'm pretty sure he's like I remember the episode, but I don't remember that girl's name. Like, I wonder if I'm not saying that they don't, but I just wonder if, like, I'm pretty sure Will Smith remember Tyra Banks, Nia Long, like, real significant, like, girlfriends.
Stacey Dash, Tisha Campbell, like, Vivica. It's been, like, girl, bye.
Out of the list of love potentials, it wasn't one that she was like,
no.
I might watch something again that I haven't seen in 10 years. Like, oh yeah, she's in this movie too. Like, that can happen, which is completely fine. But I feel like she kind of takes it too far as like, I've been booked, I've been busy. It's like, well, I'm pretty sure that there are other people who have been in the same movies.
Of all these cameos that you've made in all these shows, of all the episodes, none of the ones that you were in are probably like the top 5.
No.
Like, oh, what's your favorite episode of Martin? It ain't gonna be, oh yeah, remember that one where Kenya Moore was in? Like, no. But, best of luck in whatever you're doing. The truth will come out. Let's hope there's no truth to come out.
And I'm just looking through the pictures. There's like no pictures of her stomach except for that one.
Yeah.
So, all right, moving along. Last but not least in our celebrity news, there was a situation between daughters of Jackie Christie from Basketball Wives. And Takari posted something about Chantel, which is the daughter that you really see on the show more often. Takari has been on a few episodes of, like, the first season of Basketball Wives LA.
Third season?
Third season?
Yeah. That's when Laura was looking for revenge.
Oh, shit, yeah. Oh, no, yes.
It was the second one. It was
pretty early on. Yeah. Remember that one housewife was like, Basketball Wives, she was on like one episode. She was like, this is not, I think she had like dreads or something like that.
Real Basketball Wives, like, no.
She was like, yeah, I'm not doing this.
Her and Ron Meta World Peace now. They were like, oh, hell no.
Yeah. Oh, yes. They was like, oh no, this is not what I signed up for. I guess they thought it was, being that it's the first season, you would think it would be a whole different situation.
And then they were like an older group of women. Then they had like, Jackie Christie and stuff. And then it was like, oh no, this Miami shenanigans part 2? No.
Yeah, it was just
Jackie's ass was like, shine too old for some drama.
I ain't never scared.
Right. And she's been there ever since.
Right. So Takari posted a picture of Chantel, and I'm guessing this is her nephew's. And it says, I don't care what's going on or what have changed. What will always remain is the same is my love for you. I can only imagine what an awesome mom you are. I only wish you happiness, health, and wealth. I miss you and hope you have the best birthday ever. Hashtag happy birthday. Hashtag baby sister. Hashtag Chantel Christie. Sister, June. And then hashtag Takari Lee, which was weird. Why would you hashtag yourself? So Chantel had to respond. She's like, I don't do all this Instagram bullshit.
Yeah.
Don't post about me. That's not how, no, that's not what she said, but, she said that, it says post to the right. You can't even swipe to the right. Anyway. Oh, wait, let's see if I can go to their Instagram post. Oh, yeah, here we go. She said, I'll start by saying thanks because it's polite. It's the polite thing to do.
It is.
But and Chantel actually is very good at trying to be respectful even when she's having a situation with somebody, and that's what she did in between. She wants to talk to Evelyn in the episode.
Right.
But to be honest, you easily could have texted this, accompanied by a personal apology for all the shit you've said and done, both publicly and privately. I'm not with the public shenanigans anymore. That's why I've been quiet. I don't have no ill wishes toward you, but this ain't genuine, and you know that. You put this up for your followers and the blogs, so you can carry this on this sad, sappy charade.
Charade?
Thank you. Oh. I said charade.
Hip-hop parade.
Oh. Like nobody gives a fuck about you, don't want nothing to do with you, etc. I've been there for you, which I kind of believe.
Yeah.
And dare you say otherwise. I stopped fucking with you off the strength of you and your poor decisions. It's pretty much saying, thanks for the post, but it was unnecessary. We have other things that we need to discuss, and I'm not about to do this on social media type of thing. And then Takari responded, you got it. Have a good birthday, Chantel, or whatever. And, which is cool. Obviously, Takari took it. Well, see, that's the thing. She's going to respond differently to Chantel than she would with Jackie Christie.
Yeah.
Because that's really where her problem comes from. I know when there was an episode of Basketball Wives and Takari and Chantel was in it, Chantel was really like backing up her sister and trying to like be there for her sister and kind of tell Jackie like, yes, these things happened. You did say these things. You did do these things. And that's how she feels the way that she feels. Because Jackie felt like she didn't do shit.
Yeah.
Jackie is just like, you're a rude, inconsiderate bitch of a daughter. And Chantel's like, she's not lying about some of this stuff now. Yeah. You know, just having different perspectives. So, I mean, it wasn't really all that much drama. She was just saying, you know.
She's tired of the public shenanigans.
Yeah, just like, you didn't really have to do this. Like, this is more for everybody else to see. You could have just told me. Now, what I probably would have done is like, even now, when somebody has a birthday or whatever, I do, if I have their number, I do try to text them or call them first before putting it on social media.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I kind of wanted to show you personally, like, that I know about your birthday and I want to let you know before I put it on Facebook. Like, hey, happy birthday, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's mainly for people you don't really know, but you follow or whatever. Then it's like, okay, well, oh, shit, I didn't know it was your birthday. Happy birthday. Mm-hmm. But, you know, and that's all I can really think of.
Everything's not for, you know, the gram.
No, it really isn't.
People will learn it, you know, at their own pace.
Some people burping. Do. You did?
Yeah. Hopefully the mic didn't hear it, but I just said it. So.
We shall see. So yeah, we can actually go into, this is going to be a little bit longer. I don't think it'd be longer. It's just a lot of stuff because it's been 2 weeks. Yeah. That's what happens when you take a break. You know, nothing's worse than you take a vacation from work and then you come back and you have all these fucking emails that you have to go through. Mm-hmm. Like, I have 4 days of emails to have to go through. But yeah, so we can dive into actual episodes. Mm-hmm. Now, while we were gone, Black Ink Cruise Chicago started.
It did.
And before we start anything, and I already noticed it because I follow her on Instagram, but fucking Charmaine, your hair looks she looks good. Right. As the words of Kendrick, you look blessed.
Right. You don't act blessed, but you look
She looks I really love the natural hair thing that's going on here. I mean, she acts the way she does.
Yeah, that's her.
But her man just kind of loves her for her. And, you know, as long as he's cool with it, then great. Somebody was like, you have a man, you should be covering it up. Her boyfriend was like, no. Right. She can do what she wants. Right. But it just started off full of drama with Ryan pretty much deserting everyone. Mm-hmm. And his reason was because everybody turned their back on him. Mm-hmm. But it's like, you're the one that put your dick and tongue on stuff that caused it to be that way in the first place.
You do have to take some ownership.
Yeah, it's like he's not taking any ownership of what happened because of the person he was dealing with was automatically bring a cliquey situation because it's like, that's my boss, but that's my girl. Or that's my boss, and that's my sister, like my play sister. But, you know, you can't be mad at people, not everyone being in your corner. Right. Because you're just the boss. Yeah. The boss can be wrong, too. Mm-hmm. And so that's the only thing. It's like, I don't understand why you're so mad. Yeah. I didn't understand it. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess, I don't know. Talking about not giving a fuck about the lease ending.
Yeah. That's why I was like, well, I don't know what really... Well, obviously, either Kat decided not to come back, or he obviously, I guess, really put his foot down and was like, you're not welcome here. So she was like, well, you know what? I'm just going to keep my ass in L.A. And I'm like, well, what happened? Did everybody else in the shop, did they say that was fucked up? Did they say, you know what, we're going on strike? And when they came back from being on strike, you was gone. I'm like, even that, I'm kind of like, well, what did they do to betray you or take her side? Like, what did they do to you that affected business? That's why I'm like, I kind of...
Well, he's making personal stuff and changing it into business. Because obviously the whole thing between him and Kat has nothing to do with 9mag, the tattoo shop business. Yeah. That had nothing to, it was completely separate. Yeah. So because he feels like they did him wrong on a personal level, he wants to retaliate on a business level. And those are two completely different things. I'm pretty sure Caesar felt like everybody was against him, especially when he was with Duchess, and it was a whole Duchess and Caesar versus everybody else. I'm pretty sure he could have been like, you know what, fuck this, you fired, y'all ain't working here no more. Yeah. But I feel like he also knows that comes with a whole bunch of other drama and bullshit, because you are fucking with people's checks. Right. Because you decided to lick someone's clit or let your dick get sucked, and now you want to take it personal because not everybody's not on your side 100%. Right.
I think that probably would have been the perfect time for him to finally sit everybody down and be like, you know what? We did start this shop together, but I am still the sole owner. I am still the one that made all the financial investments. The business 9 Mag, the name is in my name. Yes, you guys were the first employees here, but you're still employees. So going forward, this is the way the shop needs to be, because the shop did really have the mentality of, we all started this shop, so we all get to say what happens, which I'm like, I don't think that's the best model for business. But yeah, the way he did it was kind of just like, the lease is up in a week. I'm like, the minute you was like, I'm done, you could have been like, you know what? I don't really want to work with you guys, because if you were ready to sever ties, and that's your business,
right?
It's your literally, it's your business. Do it. But you could have handled it in a much better way.
And I feel like he did kind of have that conversation, because it did come up like, well, we built this together, especially Van. Yeah. And then he will have to be like, let me remind y'all, this is not your business. Like, y'all are not on the business license. Yeah. Like, y'all not paying taxes for this motherfucker. Like, y'all not doing what the backbone of what it needs to remain a business. Right. That part I do understand. But him retaliating because he feels like on a personal level they weren't on his side with the whole Ryan and Kat situation, that's neither here or there. Like, that's nothing, has nothing to do with, I'm going to just let this lease end up and leave y'all on the street and y'all can do whatever the fuck y'all want to do. I have my business and I'm going to do whatever I want with it. Yeah. It's like, okay, now you're just like mixing business and personal. Like, you shouldn't have been messing with Kat in the first place, and it wouldn't have got you in this situation. Yeah. That's all that it is. So the first person who really brought it up, even before the whole lake house thing, was Danielle. Because she was trying to hold back from Charmaine and somebody else. I feel like it's 3 of them. And she's like, well, And so obviously Kat and Danielle were talking about it. Like, so why has been hitting me up? I mean, we have homegirls. You kind of say like, ooh, guess who been hitting me up and blah, blah, blah. So now that you got caught and it backfired, now you want to blame everybody in their shop for your problems with your girlfriend. Yeah. That makes no sense. Oh, well, the lease is up when? Next week? It's like, come on now. Yeah. Because then if VH want to be like, you know, we want to cut ties with you. You caused too much drama with our producers. You know, pull a Farrah, and you would have been pissed, because that's a check now too. Right. So I mean, yes, you could have continued making money from your tattooing, but now VH1 also gives you checks, and you don't want them to just sever it because you attacked one of their fucking producers, which could have happened. So it's wrong either way. Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm kind of over the whole Ryan situation. I'm tired of hearing about him.
He has a really good grade of hair, though.
Doesn't he? It was beautiful.
I was like, I just want to run my hands
through it. And he has like fluffy, a little afro going on. I just want to. Fluffy. Oh, yes.
What's that, a 3C?
Yeah, it's like probably like a 3B. Right. Like in between, because he's not too curly. Yeah. It's like a nice little wave pattern. Have you seen the pictures with hair like long down his back? I was like, damn, it's beautiful hair. Beautiful hair. Don got caught getting his dick sucked, but he had the evidence. Dumbass. Because I remember like
when it happened.
Yeah, it was like a good 5 months ago or something like that. And it's like, I didn't follow him on Instagram. Nuh-uh. But because it was on Instagram, first of all, oh my God. It's like I had so many emotions about it. Yeah. As far as being a viewer and then trying to relay how I feel about it on this podcast. I went through the emotions of laughing, sadness, and just, you know, I felt bad. Yeah. Like, I went through all those emotions. Yeah. I laughed only because Don is such an idiot. Yeah, he is. To where he can put it on Snapchat and no one's going to see it. What possesses you to record it on Snapchat? Right. I don't, that's the part I don't understand. Yeah. And then I felt bad No, I take this back. I don't want to say why I felt bad yet. Then I kind of felt like, well, here we go again. Because it's like, you've been through this situation how many times, Ashley?
Yeah.
And it's like, at what point, that's the time I didn't feel bad. Because it's like, Ashley, you've had this flag, this red flag thrown at you.
Like 3 different times.
1,000,000 times.
This is only 3 different times while filming.
That people know about, that she knows about, that we know about. It could have been a whole bunch of other times.
Yeah. That
he didn't get caught.
Yeah. I haven't heard nothing about, like, no divorce papers, or I don't even know if they're back together. Mm-hmm. But I did notice, I was like, she might actually be done for a long time. I'm not going to say forever. Mm-hmm. Because I'm like, she's a lot more calmer than she usually is when she was talking
That's true.
To him.
Because when she got in with Charmaine,
with anybody else, it's all, you embarrassing me, and this. She's just always going off. And this was the one time she was just like, you failed me as a husband. I'm done.
And you failed the family.
She was like, I'm just here to get some stuff. I tried to get it before you came, but of course, production wasn't about to let that happen. And I was like, yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see, like, 3 months from now, Instagram, we making this work because we a family above everything.
Oh, my God.
But I was like, at the moment, I was like, wait, I think she actually is done.
Yeah.
For a little while.
Yeah.
I will give her that.
But that's the part where I was like, I didn't really feel all that bad because it's like, there's only so many times where he can do something and you try to forgive him and make things work.
And it's sadly... Shit, I don't know. Girl, I don't know.
Because she was like, well, we've had our problems in the past, but now we're married. And it's like, I'm pretty sure we have both talked about this on this podcast before. Being married doesn't mean shit.
No.
Being married is not going to make everybody stop cheating.
There's no man that's going to say, you know what, I cheated on you all 4 years of our relationship, but we are married now, so I'm going to be faithful. No. They might just put more effort into hiding it better.
Right. Because at this point, he's used to you staying after this happens.
Yeah.
And so that's why he can be so callous in, I said sorry 1,000 times. What else you want me to say? And it's like, well, you kind of let this turn into the monster that it is because you didn't step your foot down before when it really, really should have happened.
Yeah.
Because you were like, well, let's make this work. Why would you do it? Like, after the second, let's say you did take him back the first time and everything was cool. Me personally, him having a baby with somebody else and I didn't know about it, that would have been the end of it for me. Yeah. But not only...
And he did that after y'all were married.
That was after they were married?
I think so. Yeah, because that was last season.
That was...
And him getting married was the season before.
That's right. Damn.
So...
And then, but even then, after she yelled and yelled, but then after a while, she's helping you mend the relationship with that baby mama and even doing her part as being a stepmom and like, can we go pick her up? It's like, she's doing way too much for somebody who doesn't really deserve all of that because she's not going to get anything in return. Sadly. She can't even get you to not get your dick sucked off of social media. You can't even do it in private.
Sadly.
You just said, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want, and I'm going to let everybody know. I'm going to say sorry 2-3 months or whatever, maybe longer because we're married now, and then that's just going to be it.
Yeah.
And then I felt bad because it's like, the part I felt bad was, I really hope that she needs help to see that she's worth more than what she gets from Don.
Yeah. Somebody need to recommend like therapy or something.
Like for real,
it's like,
no
okay,
joking, no shade.
Like you've seen the seasons of how he's treated you,
mm-hmm.
and obviously that's not helping. So watching it play back ain't a wake up call. You need some type of therapy. Definitely.
And she's like, we just had a baby, and it's like, first of all
these kids,
this name. You know, they just combined their two names.
What was it?
Ashton.
That's what it was. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that post too.
I say, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all could have at least said Ashton.
Ashton, yeah. I think she said Ashton, but her son, the older one, keeps saying Ashton. And it's like, you pronounce his name Don, so why can't you say the baby name is Ashton?
Yeah. God.
But it's Ashton. But it's trying to be like Ashton, like Kutcher, with T, but they say the T. Okay. I said, are you serious? I don't know if you heard me laugh. I said, wait, y'all did. All right, lazy.
That's cool.
Anywho.
Yeah.
Poor baby. It ain't the baby's fault. But it's just like, she needs to work on herself she needs to know that she's better than that.
Mm-hmm.
Having a husband or calling someone a husband is not more important than your self-worth or self-esteem or anything like that.
Nope.
Not one bit. So it's like, I just feel like she needs to be able to get to a point where she's like, you know what? This is a waste of my time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a much better woman than the way you treat me. And I'm bored with this.
Yeah.
And I'm out. Good day.
Right.
I feel like so many women have a hard time doing that.
Yeah.
Because they want to I want to make it work and I'm a ride or die. So.
I think you got to really sit down. Because I've even had to do this before. Like, really sit down and be like, what do I bring to the table? And if you just really look and you can just say out loud, like, I'm this, and this. And the more you say it, it's like, the more you become like, why do I have to put up with this shit? Like,
yeah.
You just have to, like, tell yourself, like,
and she's like the type of woman like us, like, she, just from, like, the house, kind of house she wants, or how she wants to decorate, and the baby, she's like, well, we need this car seat. And it's like, the car seats, the stroller is $1,200. It's like, yeah, you kind of need something different.
Yeah.
I feel like the kind of woman you are is way more than what a woman is compatible for him.
But I feel like she would probably also meet a regular dude that's not with all that drama and be like, but he's boring. He's not my type.
True. She likes some thug, difficult dudes.
Yeah, with the beard. And it's like, well, all right, go have your fun.
True.
So it's time for her to do some self-work. That's not even related to Don, not even about their relationship. Go work on you, Ashley.
Yeah. Now she's in a hotel with a 4-month-old.
Not I.
Said the cat.
Yeah. Said all the animals at the goddamn zoo. You get...
right on McDonald's.
Right. You get your ass out and go stay in the hotel.
Right. Why'd she leave?
Right.
I would have had him leave. What the fuck? See, once again, she over here doing stuff she shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
I would have kicked his ass out.
Right. And I got the kid. No. Me and my kids hotel my ass.
Yeah, that was pretty weird.
Unless, you know what? Unless you gonna pay for me to stay in, like, the Four Seasons or the Ritz-Carlton, where I can
then
go
we can negotiate.
Right. Give me your credit card.
But yeah, her saying I'm done, I believed it, but kind of like you, I believed it, but I don't feel like it would have lasted that long, because I feel like because of the way that she is, she's definitely gonna say something like, "Oh, we have kids and we're married now, so we should make it work." And it's like, why do you feel like you should have to make it work when he didn't want to not do what happened in the first place? Even when he was talking to her, like, the girl texted her like, well, "This has been going on for a year and blah blah blah," and he's like, She lying. She don't mean nothing to me. She's just a one night stand. It's like,
if she meant nothing, there wouldn't have even been a one night stand. But I digest.
I digest.
That's my way of saying I digress.
It's I digest.
I digest.
Just this bullshit that I'm about to regurgitate, get it out of my life. She needs to regurgitate that shit out of her life.
Yeah, just
like it's just at some point you got to look past the chocolate and the beard and see that person is not really the person that you're destined to be with. You can't force this situation to happen. And then people are like, well, I put all this time in. It's like... No.
And you're going to keep being stupid and putting in more time and then continue to be a dumbass.
And continue to have babies.
Right. And continue to have time wasted.
And now he's trying to make you feel guilty. Like, well, now I'm spending days away without my kids. It's like, well, what the fuck do you want me to do?
Right. Act like it never happened.
It never happened.
While he goes and do it again.
That makes no sense. Shit, she probably left and had to call some female to come over. Like, it's just crazy. It's ridiculous. And it's like, okay, now we can see it unfold. And
I just don't understand how women have not looked at Sierra and learned from this. Now, granted, yes, she only had, one kid with Future. But that was a man that had 4 kids with 4 different baby mamas. And she said, you know what? Not me and not again.
She's like, I'm not marrying this.
Right. Like, learn from this.
Yeah.
You too can have
She actually did her work, and she actually had a good relationship with all the other baby mamas. It was just Future, and
he ain't shit.
Yeah. So, and pretty much everybody she did have a relationship with was in that whole like music world type of thing. And I guess she was like, you know what? I need to get out of my comfort zone in this part of entertainment. Let me go over here. And now she over here about to be partial owner of fucking
baseball team.
What the fuck?
That brings in more money than all of them sports. Football, basketball.
Surprisingly.
Mm-hmm. Baseball.
Why does it bring in so much?
It's America's favorite pastime. I was like, oh.
Yeah, baseball is cool. I've never been to a baseball game. I do want to go though. Yeah. Anyway, but it's just like, I mean, I guess she has the tools and resources to have finally seen what her worth is, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I know that her and Russell didn't even have sex or whatever at all.
Right.
Like,
allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly. But yeah, Ashley, just... That's all I can say. Learn from this, please.
Yeah. That's all you can really do, because this is something like, it affects everybody.
Yeah.
Including your kids.
Yeah.
And it's not all on him to be the responsible one. You have to be the responsible one in saying, do I want to continue having my kids around this on a consistent basis, or continue to see have my kids see a unsuccessful, unhappy relationship or marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want her to figure it out, because you don't have to be in an unhappy situation. Life is short, and you don't have to be in an unhappy 20-year marriage because you think that's where you have to be. Because really, the man for you, God could be like, that person's going to come into your life when you're 40.
Yeah, true.
And they're like, and it's like, well, you could have met the man of your dreams, but you was just so hell-bent on trying to make this relationship work, and you kept getting sent the signals like, this is not the man for you.
Most time, I think, too, I know is sometimes people have that, they just need to work on their self-esteem and self-worth a little bit. But I feel like a lot of that, too, is because have pressures from other people outside of the relationship, whether it be your parents or friends. There's like peer pressuring you into marriage. Yeah. And that's a problem too. Like, oh, y'all been together for like 7 years. When y'all gonna get married? It's like, it's none of your business.
Right.
First of all, you're not even paying. Let's say if I don't have...
Well, I mean, if y'all done been together 7 years, me... Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not going to ask in a disrespectful way, and I'm not going to repeatedly ask. Mm-hmm. I'm probably going to ask, is marriage something y'all want? And if y'all like, actually, no, marriage, we're fine as we are. cool, do you, have fun, I will never bring it up again.
I feel like that's better than saying that y'all should get married because y'all been together for 7 years.
When are y'all gonna get married? But if one of y'all is like, yeah, I do, another one's like, well, I don't know, and it's like, well, what do you think you gonna figure out in the time that you haven't figured out in 7 years?
In 7 years, yeah.
Or I'm not going to say, because if y'all been together for 7 years, it's like, nah, y'all shouldn't get married, then it's really like, y'all probably shouldn't even be in a relationship.
Period, let alone, but that's
yeah, it's like, y'all
I feel like asking, like, is marriage something y'all want to do? I feel like that's a whole different situation and different type of question than y'all been together. You're not even asking the question. You're saying because of the simple fact that y'all been together, or y'all could have been together for 2 or 3 years, but y'all got 2 kids, y'all have, it's like, you're just not, that doesn't mean they have the recipe for a good lasting marriage. And then you have people who can't even make it to the 5-year mark.
Yeah.
It's like, and I've been to a lot of like weddings or seen a lot of people getting married and engaged recently. And it's like, do we even know if half of them are going to even make the 5-year mark?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a happy time for people to get engaged and married and stuff, but it's like, we don't know their backstory, we don't know what's going on, we don't know if they've been cheating this whole time, we don't know if they got side babies, side mamas, baby mamas, whatever the case may be. So it's like, you don't even know their situation. So people who've been together for 7 years, some of them might not want to get married at all, like it's just a piece of paper, it's not that big of a deal. And there's some people that are just like, you know, we've been together for 7 years, I think we're just kind of just comfortable, but I don't think it's to the point where we can get married. And it's like, it might seem like a waste of time to other people, but that doesn't mean that they're ready for something that, because then you combine in finances, you know, death certificate, birth certificate, medical decisions, and insurance, being with the kids' insurance, your insurance. Like, there's a lot more that goes into it than just, oh, I have a husband, I have a wife. Oh my God. Yeah. So, yeah, that part was just kind of crazy because it was a lot of emotions. Like, it's just really Snapchat. Really? Yeah. It's like, you embarrassed me again. It's like, but, and that's when I say, but you kind of, he's already done this before. Yeah. So, even while you were in the DR for your wedding.
Yeah. I was about to say they'll figure it out. But y'all, Ashley, just do your work. That's.
Call y'all, like, go to Fix My Life. Like, for real. No joke. Just, like, go over there and so she can tell you, not on my watch.
Yeah. Or something. Get you some good therapy. Like, please do. I think you really.
I hate that the Black community is so against therapy. I cannot stand it because they feel like you can just pray everything away. And that's not how any of this works. You can pray and still have somebody to talk to. Yeah. That there's nothing wrong with that. But saying that I'm not going to take these meds because Jesus has it and I got cancer, my cancer going to go away. It's like, okay, come on now. Yeah. Jesus also helped get those babies born that became these oncologists that you're dealing with. Just take the damn meds. You know, it's so stigmatized in the Black community for some reason. Like,
I think just go talk to somebody. Not in your family. Go talk to a certified,
licensed therapist.
And get all of that out. Just a little bit at a time.
Honestly, sometimes you do need a non-religious based advice sometimes. Because when you throw religion in some things sometimes, then you'll start getting the whole, well, husband is the king of the household and blah, blah, blah. No. It's like, you ain't there yet, though. No. You don't even know if you're supposed to be married in the first fucking place.
He doesn't even he's not even a religious person. So you can't even apply religion to their marriage.
But yet she wanted them to go to church because she felt like that was
and he was like, I'm not even like a religious person. So I'm like, he can't even use, I'm the king of the, according to the Bible, you can't even do that.
But what I'm saying is for her, that's
for her. So even if somebody try to tell her he is the king because according, the Bible and her husband, well, he don't follow that. So
like he wasn't supposed to be the husband in the first place.
Right.
That's the thing. It's like, you just need to see a regular person that has no religious ties and talk to them so they can really get you to answer the questions for your own.
Right. Talk to them, cry it out, be mad, and
don't they got like smash therapy for angry people?
Yeah, they got all types of therapy. They got talk space. They got all the therapy. Just go talk to somebody.
Insurance, just,
Yeah.
Government, low cost, whatever. I'm just saying. Medicare, Medicaid, TRICARE.
They have all that stuff in Chicago. Just
you can find somebody to talk to.
Because I can't do another season of you getting cheated on.
It gets to the point where it's like, I don't feel sorry for her.
It's right up there with like Rashida and Kurt. I've seen one clip of this whole season of them. I'm like, I don't even if this shit is fake, I can't even give y'all my fake time.
She said my fake time.
I'm tired of y'all. All of it. Throw it all away.
Throw it all away. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. So,
no, we won't. Well, you can.
It's just a clip. I haven't really been watching it. It was really a clip. Going on to, I haven't really caught up on Basketball Wives because, mind you guys, my little 2-week break, I was just submerged into a rewatch of Sons of Anarchy on Netflix. Mm-hmm. So I watched 7 seasons in like 2.5 weeks. So I was just only watching that. I saw up until the episode of all the girls meeting Cece and the other new one and OG. Mm-hmm. Now, I know I was telling you this, B. I was like, you know what? Thank you, Basketball Wives, for finally having someone that had something that was of substance and educational background. Because Cece is a friend. Oh, I'm a nurse. Mm-hmm. I'm a registered nurse, and I open a health spa, medical grade. I said, you know what, bitch? Thank you. Because I'm over here trying to figure out if I want to be a nurse practitioner or a PA. Yeah. If I can be a nurse, open my own medical spa and give people Botox and all that kind of stuff. You know what? I was already thinking about that. So you solidified more my lean towards NP. So for that, I thank you. It's the first time we actually had like, I watched Basketball Wives and I learned something. Right. I learned something today. Right. So that was good.
Right.
Was Jennifer this messy before?
No, but with those type of women, the older you get, the more miserable you are with life. The more you need your check. So
I just feel like it was just purposely me just word vomit. Like I'm about to do all this saying so I could start some shit.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing about... And then the really silly stuff like, oh, Evelyn making jokes about me. She can do a good Tammy. And it's like, well, I'm about to do an Evelyn. And she's just French Montana's PR stunt. And it's like, PR stint, I should say. It's just like, these are the things that we're being catty about. Mm-hmm. It's kind of crazy. The only thing I really did agree with was the fact that Cece was upset about the whole her trying to attract men at the gym to go to her medical spa for happy endings. Yeah. I think that's really horrible to repeat.
Yeah.
And being that she obviously does have, not to like discredit any of the other women that have their own businesses, but this is the only business that I've heard of where it's like education based.
Right.
So it takes, I feel like when somebody who's gone to, BSN, MSN, NP or whatever, they've gone through all this stuff, did all this work, all this money, all this time for studying and stuff to open up their own business. And then all of a sudden, because she's Asian or she's Filipino, it makes it worse because now it's making it seem like, all the Asian like spas have happy endings.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like fucked up.
Yeah. And I fucking hate, you know what? Evelyn, and because I did like Evelyn for a while.
I did.
After she left Basketball Wives the first time. But it kind of just confirms what I've always felt about certain women. You can tell when they're just really miserable and unhappy with their own lives. And, like, even with Evelyn, like, even when you were with Ocho Cinco, it later came out that you were unhappy the whole time because you knew he basically was just out sticking his dick in everybody else. And the main reason you were so mad at Jen for doing an interview, which really wasn't even that bad, was because she was basically just factually saying, I don't think this is the man for you, and you knew it. And now
she wasn't. Like, she didn't even say anything that was that bad.
Yeah, and so now it's like, I hate to even have to say it, but it's like now you're older. You have another athlete that it didn't work out with, and an attempt to have a baby, which has now failed. Jennifer, you have this man that you're sitting here with his wide hip having self, and I'm like, but his hips were wide when you were dating him, so don't body shame. I hate when people do don't body shame him now. And you are going through this another public breakup. You guys just seem like two bitter, I'm not going to say old. You guys just seem like two bitter, older, immature women that all you guys kind of know how to do is just be mean and messy. And it's a shame. It's like y'all friendship just on TV got back together, and you guys are doing the same thing that you guys are doing the first seasons of like Basketball Wives towards like Royce and everything. The only difference is Royce wasn't crying. Her little ass was ready to fight.
She really was.
Yeah.
Oh, you lucky.
Right. So it's just, it kind of makes it look like, okay, yeah, Evelyn, you're not as quick and ready to fight as you were. Like, your temper may not be as bad.
Throwing bottles.
Right, but it kind of just looks like you still look like that same mean, just miserable
But would you rather have somebody who's ready to fight or somebody who's just, like, petty? I feel like it's one thing how she, at least the way she was before, she was able to say stuff to your face, tell you how she felt, and if she felt like she had to put hands, she did. But now I feel like it's more of like, well, I'm just going to say X, Y, and Z, he, blah, 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 blah. She don't really say stuff to people's faces like she did because she says she's trying to change.
Yeah.
But ultimately it's like, no, you just got sneaky.
Yeah.
And that I feel like I much rather you just say what you got to say.
Yeah.
Kind of like Tammy's always been that way, but it's like,
yeah,
she kind of shifted a little bit. Well, not a little bit. It's been a lot.
Yeah. So, yeah.
It's the whole thing. And Jackie just gets, once she says, you will never think that she can say anything more crazy than what she said already in the past.
She can always top herself.
And then she was like, and Tammy and Malaysia was looking at her like, what?
Yeah.
Like, did you just, okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right. And then because she's Jackie, it's like, what can you really do or say? But just be like, okay, Jackie.
Yeah. My only question with that whole, them repeating the whole CC thing, when they were talking to Kristen, I'm like, you're not treating this as if CC is like your family. You're treating this kind of like she's just a girl on the street. Like,
I did expect her to have more of a reaction that Malaysia did.
Yeah, kind of like, wait, why are you, like, there would have, with me, I know editing does whatever, but there would have been, as soon as they would have been like, so maybe you could tell me something about Cece. What? Well, we heard that she did that. I ain't never heard that. Where you hear from? Like, there wouldn't have been no laughing or, you funny. Or it's like, and I hate to say it, but it seems like she's like, I'm trying to get on Evelyn, Jen, and Shawnee's good side.
No, I think it's a little bit more than that. I feel like she didn't stick up more because she feels like she's a wife and she's just a girlfriend. And she's already in the family, so she can't even really claim her as family yet because that's just my father-in-law's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really have any really permanent ties to her yet because she's not a wife yet. Malaysia don't care if you're a girlfriend, whatever. It's just like, if you even involved with my family, I'm defending you to the end.
Right.
So I just feel like she kind of feels like I don't really have to defend her because...
But it's still, it's still kind of fucked up. Because, like, so on Thanksgiving, you still going to be looked at as, like, so you really treated her that way?
Right.
For no reason. But...
I definitely felt like she should have stepped up a little bit more. And I feel like she should have had the conversation without Jackie being around.
Yeah.
Because that still is your father-in-law's girlfriend. Right. It's still family involved, you know? So, yeah, I would have had a little bit more of a Malaysia reaction. Maybe not as intense, but like, y'all not going to be talking about CeCe around me.
Yeah, I'm like, you made it to where they can come to you and talk to you about somebody that's, even if you want to say, like, you don't feel like she is family, she's dealing with your family.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, if my sister had a boyfriend or whatever, and someone tried to come up and talked about my sister's boyfriend, I'm not having it.
Right.
That's still somebody that's involved with my blood. Right. You know? So I'm not gonna sit here
inside the family we might crack a joke, but you not in family.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we can talk shit, but you can't talk shit. You can't. Because you ain't part of this family. No. You have no right to say anything. So I feel like she should have came more of that. She was like, oh, well, tell me more about CeCe. Like, where did you hear that? Like, I haven't heard. And then when she saw CeCe at the dance studio, she was like, well, I've been looking at CeCe a little bit different. I kind of looked at her like, what do you look at her different?
Her whole little demeanor, I'm just like, I don't really.
She's like, oh, yeah, CeCe has really big titties. I'm thinking, why is she saying any of this?
Why are you mad?
About her father-in-law's girlfriend.
Yeah.
He gonna date whatever the fuck he want to date, obviously. But, my bad, y'all. But at the same time, it's like you can't allow people to be able to do that in front of you. And then you laugh with it and all.
Yeah, that was part. I'm like, this, I don't think it's cool.
Nah, it's not cool at all. Not cool.
So, yeah, I've from what I have watched, I'm like, I don't really like her that much. And then the whole, I don't need this. I have a husband. And women, you need to learn.
Oh, is that when she talked to OG?
Yeah.
I saw a clip. But
and even men, too. Because Jack said the same thing with Sheena on a Vanderpump reunion. He was like, she can't even keep a man. It is not a woman's job to keep a man. Mm-hmm. And women, having a husband is not something to brag about. It's not an accomplishment. It's not a
competition.
Yes. Because guess what? While you sitting here, bitch, I have a husband. Unless you are Sean Carter, your husband probably ain't sitting there bragging about, I got a wife. He don't do that. He's not flashing his ring.
What happened? How did they get to that point? Because I haven't seen that episode yet.
I saw, like, the clip. So they were talking about something in the circle, and I guess OG said something about, like, well, Jackie and Evelyn isn't talking, and then there's, like, an issue with, like, Tammy or Evelyn. So, you know, we're all just sitting here wondering, like, what's going on? And then Kristen came out of nowhere. Basically, the minute Kristen saw OG, she was like, I don't like her. She seems like she looks real just stank. She just looks, ugh. So that was her first interaction with OG. Was just like, I like you, I see you, I don't like what I see, so I'm going to have attitude with you.
She's those kind of women?
Yeah, so it was like that type of attitude, seeing how you treated your father-in-law, CeCe, and then the whole, I have a husband. I was like, oh no, I don't like you. I don't. You're one of those women. No. And your husband's probably, that's why when OG was like, is he?
My husband's with my kid. Is he?
Is he? Right. And so, and Kristen, well, why are you saying we, including yourself in their business and stuff? And OG was like, well, if you don't like what I said, you can leave. And so Kristen was like, well, I will leave. And so, like, OG pulled her to the side and was kind of like, well, what the fuck? And she was like, well, I just feel like when you said we, she was like, well, I said we because we all were sitting here, you know, more than one person as a collective. She was like, you don't have to do that with me. She was like, I know English or whatever. I went to school. And OG said something like, well, I went to school too. I got 2 degrees to prove it. And and she was like, you know, I don't need this. I know this. I have a husband. It didn't even, like, it wasn't even like OG said anything that's like, bitch, that's why you ain't got a man. And then she was like, you know, it was like, why did you even need to say that? And then apparently, I guess in the same episode, she like called her like Kuta Kente or something. It's like, oh,
bitch, see
okay.
that? See, now you already automatically on my fucking radar.
I didn't see the clip, so I don't know. But I guess in some comments or something, it was said like, oh wait, bitch, you didn't disrespect the culture. Like, why?
He's like, you know, that is your culture too. Like, that's the part that that's where this whole African and African Americans get kind of all messed up, because I don't really hear, I personally, because I've been around a whole bunch of Nigerians my whole life, because I am half Nigerian, for y'all that don't know, I've personally never heard a whole bunch of Africans talk shit about African Americans being African Americans. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I heard we were called Akatas. A Nigerian girl told me that. She was like, she was like, she said she explained to me. She was like, so the way Akata is like an uncivilized black person. I was like, oh. Yeah. Like, you have no couth. I was like, oh.
Yeah. But it's not.
It's kind of bad.
It's bad.
Because I asked her dad. I'm like, so it's Akata. You don't want to do that. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I mean,
sorry
that's
for the bad
as far
accent.
as it goes, but it's like, I don't really hear a lot of them doing that, to where if you get in an argument, they're not automatically calling you that. Right. You know what I mean?
So most people probably don't know what that is.
No, they can't even get argued. You know, but I haven't heard it myself. Like, if my auntie will get in an argument or whatever. And then I saw a video of like some girl in New York wouldn't pay for her braids. Oh yeah, she never was like, this black African American bitch. Like, it's just never. Yeah, but when it comes to African Americans towards Africans, they want to bring up Kunta Kinte, African booty scratcher, like all these things. Like, so you know that we're all supposed to be like one,
right? Like you are not welcome to Wakanda. You know that, right? You are officially like.
It's just, I don't understand why that has to be, like, if you have an accent with the same shade of, like, skin color, it's a problem. Because I think, my cousins, they would call, like, shut up, slave. Like, because it's like, he was like, no, my family stayed in Africa. Right. Your asses was like, that's some shady ass shit, but that was just, like, amongst just us. It wasn't just to like everybody or whatever. But I mean, like, if you want to go shady, they can. Yeah. But it's like, I don't really see that a lot from Africans to African Americans. Yeah. Like it is from African Americans to Africans. Yeah. So I was like, say something new. Yeah. That's not calling me a fat girl. It's like, I know this already. Right. Yeah. So what is your point? So, I don't know. I have to see this. But now she's already scratched off my list, bitch. Yeah. Kuta Kinte, my ass.
Yeah. It's just going to get messier. So, we'll see.
We'll see. And then. We'll see.
All right.
We're running on the. I already.
Should we do one more and wrap it up? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have 3 left, but I'm going to pick Potomac because I'm caught up all the way on it. Yeah. T-Mom, I do want to discuss because Brianna's getting on my fucking nerves, but we'll talk about that next week. Yeah. Potomac. Still one of my faves. Yeah. Based on all the episodes I've caught up with, I think I only had to catch up like 3 episodes. I kind of understand why people feel like Robin is up Giselle's ass. Yeah. Because I feel like when Giselle gets into it, she can stand on her own. But I feel like when Robin gets into it, she looks to Giselle like, right. Like, and I'm only bringing that up because they had a little situation with the two of them and Monique. Yeah. And then that's why Monique called them the Green Eye Bandits. Right. And she kept looking at Giselle and having Giselle, like, chime in like 2 laughing light-skinned hyenas. Yeah. And it's like, well, you kind of just don't know how to really stand on your own. Yeah. At all. So, I thought it was funny because...
Never really cared for her.
Who, Robin?
Yeah.
I never really did either. she was bringing up the fact how Monique was saying, like, having someone say about, like, a DUI and driving drunk, that can go against your reputation as, like, a businesswoman and things that you built.
Yeah.
On the sideline, she was telling Giselle, like, everything she built, what she built.
Right, yeah.
Right? But this is the same woman who's having a women empowerment event.
Right. Like, you're the same woman you're the reason you broke now. Okay? Girl. How about that?
All right, Miss E.
Right. How about that?
And then she got mad when Monique was like, I can't even touch you because you sue me and then you get all your dreams come true.
Right. Right.
She's like, well, she didn't even have to do that. She had to bring up my money stuff. It's like, so you can sit there and say that she doesn't do anything and she doesn't have businesses
it's a joke.
And stuff. But yeah, when she talks about you being broke and the fact she's like, I can't even hit you because I got money to protect.
Right.
You would love to try to sue me because I will grant
literally
you
upgrade your lifestyle.
Yes. And then, but that's taking it too far.
No, it's,
She tries to play the fence, but then when they found out that their event was on the same day, she was like, well, I feel like people should come to mine because I'm actually planning it. It's like,
no.
What is so
People
what?
don't like you.
No.
That's really what it is.
No.
She was like, I'm so hurt that Karen wouldn't come. Are you really surprised?
She's like, you know what? I talked to Siri and I told her to say yay, not yes. And in her defense, Karen Huger, Siri be fucking up. Siri, I don't like using her. Yeah. I use the Google lady. I don't know what her name is. It's something funny. Else. I don't think it's Alexa. That's the Echo stuff. But you know, just a regular Google app and you can talk into it. I don't think it's ever gotten what I said wrong. Yeah. So they even showed her a clip like, call blah blah blah, and then Siri was like, call this. She was like, who the hell else is it? So but yeah, I mean, now she's talking about, well, this is testing our relationship, and
girl, I would like to fail. I request to fail.
I don't volunteer.
I volunteered to fail this test.
And about Karen and Sharice, she was like, well, I know Sharice the longest, and I feel like it's wrong. She's testing our relationship for not coming to my event. And she was like, she told me about her event first.
Months ago, yeah.
And I already committed to her event.
Right.
So, I mean, at most, I would try to do both.
Right.
But I'm not about to sit here and be like, well, I known her for longer when you didn't tell me about your stuff until way later.
Yeah. And then it's probably like, I don't even really get along with you that well.
Yeah, too.
And Monique's brunch or whatever just seems more fun.
Because they had black tie ball gowns.
Yeah, I don't.
She's like, I have a black tie event I need to go to. She
right.
tried on a $4,000 dress.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, it shouldn't matter if somebody's planning the event by themselves or they're like partnered with an event. Like, at the end of the day, it was like a charity event or whatever kind of event it was. Right. And they wind up partnering up with someone. They might have
See, that's why people don't like light-skinned people as it is.
Girl.
I'm like, you just...
Because all the light-skins is causing the problem in this season.
Right. I'm like, because you just keep saying and doing dumb shit. Like,
then you got the medium ones who be on both sides of the fence. Fucking Sharice and... Karen would be... She's really on the fence of light skin, but she has some color to her. Yeah. Giselle and Robin automatically light skin, and then you have Monique and Sharice, and now what's the new girl?
Not Cameron. Shit, I forgot her name.
It's Sharice, Monique, Candace.
Candace. I was like, okay, wasn't too far off.
Huger is like right. In the middle.
I guess Ashley would be over there with Giselle.
She's over there with Giselle and
that
the
forehead.
One. Yeah.
You know, it's just, I think every season has like a theme of problems, and Potomac's theme is just everybody for the most part. Some less than others, but it's like, I'm too busy being all up in your business, and then my shit is fucked up.
Right?
Like, perfect example, Giselle sitting here talking shit about trying to figure out Karen's situation, but Sherman ain't even picking up the phone. Sherman. He's not even picking up the phone.
I can't.
Sherman said, hell to the no.
I can't stand you. I can't stand you. She said, but Sherman.
Sherman.
Because since episode 1, she was like, I'm with Sherman.
Right.
And Sherman, can I feed you strawberries, Sherman?
Right.
And Sherman, we're about to go to the moon and back, Sherman. Hey, kids, it's Sherman.
Yeah.
Sherman's going to take me on a date, and we're going to do this. Hey, Sherman. And all of a sudden, she couldn't say his name no more, and she got sad.
And then it's like, wait, and then it was like, oh, well, he didn't like seeing us in the magazine together. I'm like, but he came on the show, which more than likely aired. First off, you came on the show and you filmed scenes with her. So how is it that you're uncomfortable with the picture of y'all being in a
reunion of last
Yes,
season.
I'm like, so how is it? I'm like, no.
All of a sudden, he doesn't like being all over
I'm like,
the place.
no, you just done and you tired.
The only way that would make sense is that he's okay with being in the spotlight because he is a professional basketball player or was a professional basketball player. So at some point he's used to being in the spotlight.
On TV,
On TV, in the spotlight, in magazines, whatever the case may be. I feel like what he probably was tired of is being connected to someone who is, it's more in a negative, talking shit catty type of way. A lot of men don't like that.
They don't.
So even though he probably was cool with being here and there on the show, when she had an interview and he was brought up like purposely, he probably was like, you know what? I'm good on this. Mm-hmm. And then starting to get all the stuff like from the show and people being everybody's business.
Like, let me see how you act. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, that could. She was like, well, we were together for 1.5 years, and it's like, I mean, maybe he just didn't really, like, it took a while for it to set in. He was like, you know what, I really can't handle this, though, right now. Like, this is not what I want to deal with.
Yeah. But, fact is, and it's like, I'm not, like, oh my God, you got dumped, haha, because it does suck. But it's like, you're spending all this time talking about Karen's marriage and her owing money. Meanwhile, Sherman is sitting here plotting his escape from you.
And Ashley's business.
Yeah.
Sherman.
And Ashley, while you sitting here trying to be all up in everybody else's business.
Ashley, I think, is the worst.
She's the absolute worst. I'm like,
all of them being in other people's business.
It's just like, come on. So I think that's just like the theme of like, okay, whose business can we get into?
You know what? The person with the least amount of personal problems is Monique.
Yeah.
Monique is the most level-headed winning because her husband's always on the show with her like, come on, honey, let's go barbecue and let's go do this and we're going to do this. And she's very hands-on. But like, I'm not saying that other women aren't, but from what I've seen on the show, she's very hands-on with everything.
Very family-oriented.
Very family-oriented. You know, the whole thing with her mother-in-law, you know, we saw that pan out. But overall, like, her husband's always there and, you know, doing parties together and blah, 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 smoking cigars together, whatever the case may be. She's the least problematic with her own personal life.
Yeah.
Everybody else?
Yeah, y'all shit is like
all over the place.
Maybe y'all should take some advice from Monique and buy 4 homes and then...
That was the funniest. We're looking for a house.
Oh, you don't have a house?
I have 4 homes.
I have 4. Then all of a sudden, now you just brag.
And it's like, bitch, you just tried to insinuate that she didn't have a house, a place to stay.
Right.
And now that she's saying, actually, no, I have 4.
Right. More than you'll ever have.
Oh, now like, well, you should just say you have a home. You don't have to say 4. Well, bitch, you should never let me... You should open the door.
Yo, hus. Oh, yes. That's why I always will like Monique.
But yeah, she ain't got no Sherman.
Right. Talking about your husband pay for everything. Well, bitch, the church paid for everything.
Girl, let's get started on that.
Right. Give me my tithe back. Give my tithe.
You hear about that mega church televangelist over here talking about God shouldn't be riding on a donkey, so I need a $54 million jet.
And sadly, somehow, I think he's going to get it.
Of course. He already has 3. You didn't know that part, did you? Look at that face.
I'm going into the church business.
That's why I stopped going to church. Honestly, I stopped going to church because it's like I feel like I don't need to be around all these people giving up all this money that's not tithes and offering.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah. No, I can't. No, I don't think I can ever go
like every Sunday
to a
again.
big church.
Mega church.
Not the big church. No.
Yeah, and the church I was going to was like mid-size.
Yeah.
It was still part of the political circuit.
Yeah.
Where all the politicians would try to get the black vote. They'll be at the church.
Oh no, yeah, no, not one.
It wasn't as big as Fame though.
Yeah.
Fame is like right down the street, a couple like maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's been in movies.
Oh
it's been we're not that. It's not that big, but it's just like, and it's not considered a mega church like Faithful Central or something like that.
Yeah.
But still, it's like I can't,
because I'm not donating to that.
No. Only reason why I really stay connected with the people, or if I haven't showed up in a while, is because I've grown up with the people that's still there. It's one of those churches where grandma been going there since the 50s type of stuff.
Right.
But yeah, I just kind of stopped going to church. My grandma kind of gave up with me. She said, well, I'm going to take Malachi to church.
All right.
She stopped asking me if I was going to go. She said, all right, well, I'll see you after church. Great.
Yeah.
She going to be shocked one day. I would say, I'm going to go to church today. And it really is like 99.9% because I want to see people I haven't seen in a while. Yeah. Do I feel like hearing the word of the Lord that day? No. It's too many. I can't stay. It's like we put these people on the pulpit, on this pedestal, and then you find out bullshit about what they've been hiding behind your back. Mm-hmm. And that's happened in the church I was in. So it's like, why do I need to sit here and put you on this pedestal when you over here doing shit you ain't supposed to be doing? Mm. Just like me, but it ain't nowhere near as bad as what you're supposed to be doing because you're supposed to be representing the Lord. Yeah. So why are you over here doing unlordish things? Mm-hmm. So I stopped going to church. Let me enjoy my sleep. Maybe I can read a Bible verse or two and just interpret it the way I want to. Yeah. And keep it pushing. But yeah, I don't feel like she has the most. Like I said, the worst is Ashley. Mm-hmm. This whole drama with her mama. Oh my God! I did not really mean for that to rhyme, but it is literally drama for your mama. And I feel like she did allow a lot of the things to happen when it came to her mom, because she was right in the not completely. She was like, well, in the black community, you're raised that, if I eat, we all eat. Mm-hmm. Not all black families actually live by that. It's really, once you eat, then you get out of my house. I feel like that plays out more than if you eat, I eat. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure you have that, just like that meme, like, oh, what kind of cousin are you? The cousin that don't come to the cookouts no more. It's like, some of them just like, when they get to a point where they're making it, they're not around. I'm that auntie that's not coming up anymore. And if I do, I'm there for real quick just to say hi and I'm leaving. Yeah. So it's like, I feel like more black families are more that kind of, instead of just like, if I eat, you eat. I actually experience that more with the African culture than African American. Yeah. Because that's when you got auntie that came from Nigeria and she's been staying here for 4 years and stuff like that. I was telling my cousin Erica, I was like, oh, the houses out here, you can have like, that next gen room. I was like, you can have somebody from Nigeria. She was like, ain't nobody even from Nigeria coming to my house. Right. That was the thing. Like, so, but I feel like she was only 25 when she married her husband. So that's really young. Yeah. And now I think her mom got so caught up in her daughter taking care of her. And because it's her daughter, she can really just do whatever. Mm-hmm. But she just failed to realize the money is still coming from the husband.
Yeah, not her.
So he still kind of have a say-so in the fact that he's funding it and in the fact because they're in a marriage and that's her husband. Mm-hmm. So there's two kind of like rules he can use or titles he can use in order to dictate how the conversation or the arrangement's going to go. Right. So she's getting all pissed off because she got to move out this house. Mm-hmm. He don't even have respect for me. And we're supposed to be a family. And it's like, So you're mad because he doesn't want to pay your way anymore?
Right.
Because you didn't want to give up your boyfriend.
Right. Which is stupid. Like, well, nobody's gonna be taking care of a grown-ass man.
And that's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
Not a white man, not a black man, not a blue man, not a green man.
Yeah.
They're not going to want to take care of another grown-ass man. Period.
Yeah. I'm like, so you expect to be living in this house that somebody else paid for you with your man that nobody likes, and y'all just living a life rent-free.
And it looked like a decent house, too.
Okay.
Did you see the house?
Nuh-uh.
It was a nice house.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. They wouldn't have put her in no shack.
It's something that he's not paying for.
Yeah.
But, it's just a little weird. I felt like the part where she wanted to extend her prenup from 3 years to 5 years as a show of good faith because she didn't want people to talk shit about how she only went back to the marriage because it was only 2.5 years. And she would get more money if she went past 3 years. She's like, well, I'm going to extend it. I'm sorry, but if you really wanted to make a significant extension, you would probably make it like 10.
Yeah.
Because you're like, okay, I got 3.5 months.
Right. She ain't fooling me. Because it's like, just in case he won't out, I'm still young enough to where I can go have a baby. And
then that's on the next Seats episode. It's like, just be honest with me. Tell me if you want to have kids or not. The fuck?
Yeah.
So you signed to do an extension, but then again now you might not want kids.
Yeah, that's interesting to say the least.
That whole situation is weird. I think the whole situation with Candace, is an example of like if you eat, we all eat with her mom.
Yeah. But
then you get the part of, well, if we all eating for me, then I have say so of whatever you do.
Yeah. Yep.
And that kind of how it goes when you're providing the funds of whatever it is you're doing.
Yeah.
And I do think there's still a line. I feel like something like her wedding, I feel like she still shouldn't have so much say-so about it.
Yeah.
Because it's not her wedding. It's like her investing into the hair business. And yes, I feel like she should be able to have her opinion or something. But when it comes to your daughter's marriage, I feel like she should be able to back off on some things.
Right, yeah.
And
because what did she say her mom was paying for the wedding?
Her mom was putting in like $100,000.
First off, I don't know y'all finances, so I'm not gonna say that. Mm-hmm. But you know what? I will say it. Because if your mom pays for like half y'all rent or whatever, which y'all arrangements, but it don't seem like y'all are in a position to where even having $100,000 wedding, and then her dad is putting in $20,000. Yeah. So $120,000 wedding is like.
And she said that's some of it. She didn't say that my mom's paying for the wedding. She's like, she's putting some of it in.
And the sad part is, y'all, okay, let's just say it is $125,000 wedding. Mm-hmm. Maybe her and Chris is chipping in $2,500. I feel, and I'm not even trying to, but I feel like combined, y'all are about to have this $125,000 wedding. But combined, I feel like y'all maybe only bring in like $60,000, $75,000 a year. I don't know.
It's kind of difficult to say because it does sound like she is that mom who has always done stuff for her kids.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it's kind of difficult because Candace is used to her mom always being there for her, especially financially.
Right.
I think what Candace is having a problem with now is transitioning from it being her mom to it being her husband, as she says.
Yeah.
That's a tough transition.
Yeah.
Because
especially if you're doing that transition and your husband don't have your mom's income.
It's going to be kind of difficult because she's always been able to get what she needed from her mom. Whether it's investing in the business or helping pay for the wedding or putting
her name on the mortgage so you can get a house. Like, everything she's done so far, her mom has been able to help her with that.
Yeah.
So I feel like she's used to taking her. My mom's doing this, my mom, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
But I feel like at a certain point, when you're transitioning to being a married wife, I feel like that space of independence is really important.
When I see people like that, once again, I'm like, okay, there's nothing wrong with it. Get your money how you get your money. But it just kind of makes me wonder, like, and I don't wish this, but, like, if your mom died tomorrow, would you be able to, like, take care of yourself? Or would you be, like, a 40-year-old woman, like, twiddling your thumbs?
I hope, since her mom has been able to really help her daughter financially.
Right.
In all this time, I hope she has been smart enough to put her money that she owns directly aside for when, because she's always known, like, I can't have my mom paying for everything. Like, I know that's going to end at some point in time. Because I don't believe, like, you know, some black families be like, you turn 18, you get out my house.
Yeah. I
don't believe in kicking kids out of the house or all extra early.
You do what my grandmother did. You just be so mean. Oh, no, I'm leaving. So you can kick me out. I voluntarily left.
Right. But, plans. I mean, especially in L.A., I do have some friends who are in their late 20s, early 30s that still live with their parents. But trust me, it's not a big deal in L.A. Like, it's really expensive. But, you know, being able to, like, you don't have to necessarily kick them out. Of course, you might want them to be like, okay, well, you do have to, like, help towards bills at some point. I'm not going to do that right when they turn 18 because I still will want them to go to college, and there's just some things I don't want them to have to worry about. Like, I have to worry about, you know, dorms and gas and, like, I still want to be able to take care of my child, and that way they can enter a world with at least the least amount of debt as possible.
Right.
I do believe in that. However, at some point, as a parent, you still have to teach your child along the way how to be able to do this and provide this for yourself. So that way, when your kids get grown, it's okay that you are helping them, but you're helping them so you can pass the baton and they can do it for themselves. And I feel like she waited too long to pass that baton to Candace, because she should have been doing it before now.
Right. So that's what kind of makes me wonder, like, okay, it's not wrong that you've had help from your parents, because that's no different than, like, a trust fund baby or anything, but if something were to happen to you, because, like, I'm not trying to count your mom's pockets, but I don't believe she has, like, you know, Kardashian money where it's like, well, if something happens, you are set for life. I think y'all are kind of well off, but or would you be like, I don't know what to do, my mom did everything? Like, I hope you wouldn't be that ditzy.
No, I feel like it's kind of the situation that happened in Dallas. I forget her name. She was a newer one, but her mom was like the queen of this skincare empire, and she just kind of had a huge problem, like, handing it off to her daughter or whatever. I feel like it's kind of like that in the sense of her mom is not really, like, trying to let it go and give it to her daughters, because both of her daughters are doing with the hair line or whatever. But I feel like her mom she likes to control things a little bit. Yeah. Because this whole situation where she was trying to tell her about her dad, well, your dad left us when before you were one. And it's like, but she just said in an interview how a lot of her memories were with her dad. But now you're trying to shit on that moment because you want to feel like, well, I've been providing this whole time. So how can you seriously ask your daughter to have you walk her down the aisle when her father is living?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I feel like that's like, I understand that you have done a lot. Probably you feel like you've done more than my father. But daughters usually want to walk down with their fathers down the aisle, unless it's been some crazy ass family shit.
Yeah. And
you're just like, fuck that, he can't come.
Yeah.
You're going to want your dad. So just to bring that up as an idea, I think it's kind of really selfish, honestly.
Yeah.
You're still overtaking something. You want to be like, well, I'm more important than her father that's still living, but she still likes being around her dad. And she's like, well, he was cheating on other girls. She was like, well, you kind of just bringing it up while I'm trying to get married.
Yeah.
She's like, well, I'm just saying, she's like, this is not the time or place to be talking about this right now. And that was 30 years ago. Why are you still talking about it? It's like Miss Evelyn. I love Miss Evelyn from, Toni Braxton's mom and all that.
And I feel like they need to talk to, Tina Knowles. She ain't sitting there like, you know what, all of these years and that, you know what, it ain't working. You go your way. I'm going to go mine with this other fine man, and I'm going to live the last years of my life being beautiful and rich and happy. Like, not even women, people, but it's shown more with women. Stop letting one failed relationship, one man, seem like
dictate
it's the end of your life.
Like, it's ridiculous. I understand that those have been married 15, 20, 30 years.
Right.
It might
For
be
that,
more difficult.
you might get a year of more. I will give you a year. Yeah. Like, you have a year to cry, be mad, call me, we can cuss him out. We might even sometimes can be able to go and throw some eggs. But at that 365th day, you better be ready to be like, you know what? Fuck it.
It's like, it didn't work out. It made me sad. I wanted my marriage to work, but it didn't. And you know what? Now I have a new opportunity to really find the happiness that I need in my life. And I feel like, for Candace's mom, Miss E, and she calls him Michael Braxton Sr., I feel like after a while, you have to just let that go.
Right. And Miss E is beautiful. I'd be like,
she is.
With that ugly bitch? No shade, but,
I'm better than her, for goodness sakes, as she says all the time.
You know what?
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
I'm hitting the club, and
at some point, yes, you're not happy of how your marriage ended.
But you gotta let that shit
go. But to get to the point where you're like, okay, he's in a hole, he married her, whatever, cool. But now you're single and still yakking off about it.
In the words of Fantasia, sometimes you have to lose to win again. And y'all are not allowing yourselves to win again. You can win again.
I haven't heard Candace mention like a stepdad or... But if was 30 years ago and you're still talking about it like it was yesterday, like, he left before you were what? Mom, I'm 31 now. It's been 30 years since this whole situation. Well, he was cheating, and I'm just saying, she was like, well, you're talking to me as if I need to, like, be prepared. She's like, well, I mean, and it's like, and then she walked off, and she was telling the cameras, well, she only remembers the way that she wants to remember. Like, parents.
She's a kid. That's
what I'm saying. Parents, you have to understand that the way you perceive things are completely different from what your kids perceive. And you might never think that you're doing something wrong, but those kids feel like you are doing one of the worst things you can possibly do. And then they got like mommy daddy issues of like, well, you did X, Y, and Z when I was like 7. It's like, you still harboring that. It's like, that's kind of like shaped how I feel about X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
So you just got to be careful in how you treat your kids and try to make it seem like, well, that's wrong. You're wrong. It didn't really happen like that and blah, blah, blah. It's just enough. But I think this episode's long enough.
Yes,
And, I mean, granted, we were gone for 2 weeks, so we had to talk about a lot, but thank you for tuning in back into this episode after our little break.
Yes, glad to be back.
I can be reached personally at Fumi Adagun on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. On Snapchat, I can be reached at Ebony88.
I can be reached on Facebook, Roberta Smith. Sorry about that. Instagram, Leave It to Be.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then follow our podcast, Instagram and Facebook, RealiTEA-V. There's an underscore between T and B on Instagram and Twitter. And Facebook is just RealiTEA-V. Or you can send us an email at realitytv@gmail.com with no underscore or hyphen.
Yes.
And you guys have a good week.
Yay. Bye.
Bye.